song, can't stop, won't stop from the Brooklyn block. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, 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 B-R-O-O-K, we well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
That hit. Cam Thomas.
Just give me the ball, I'm fitting to score next. My J is all net, me and Jada just all next. Getting back on defense, hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. And we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Miss you, watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. It's been between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to play like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the Nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as champs too. And when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. The stir that whole Millie rock like a fan do. And that's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel.
B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
Yo, it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. Yeah, man, this was a tough loss, man. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Rock and Break, Cottage 81, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Shout out to all y'all, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. This was tough to watch at the end of the game. I ain't gonna hold you. Oh man, it's just I look at it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we played them tough and we competed. As a Nets fan, I've seen us fall apart in the fourth quarter for many seasons. Many seasons. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it, and there was a lot of stuff I didn't like what I seen tonight. Some of the decisions and. What I will start with is y'all know I'm a big Cam Thomas fan, so I'll start with him. He got to stop pump faking so much. You know what I'm saying? He got to get into his move, get in front of the defender, and then put the shot up, opposed to pump faking. You giving the defender time to catch up, and if they stay, true to defense and they just move their feet and don't jump, and you can't get the and one. Like, don't play for the foul. I don't want to see Cam Thomas become that player. I always. One of my bragging rights about being a fan of Cam Thomas is that he make a lot of shots from the field and he doesn't bait the refs for the foul call. And I don't like to see him pump fake because that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of a player trying to, bait the refs for the player to get the and one or for the foul, just in case you don't make the field goal. I want to see him confident enough to get into his move and then take the shot. You know what I'm saying? Stop pump faking. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? And Damon says the refs was being friendly to the Cavs in the fourth. We're gonna get to that, you know what I mean? I see there's a lot of people watching. I just want to get my thoughts real quick. Y'all know I'm finna throw the link in the chat. But tonight's game was interesting, you know what I mean? And we'll get to it, Shout out to all y'all. I'm gonna just throw the link in the chat now, and we'll talk. But I just wanted to say that about Cam Thomas. I know he didn't have a perfect game, and that's how I'm critiquing more of his games tonight. Garland was a tough cover for him. You know what I mean? But shit, they undefeated team. He got to be a tough cover for a lot of these players out here. He said we can't hear you talk. You can't hear me? Yo. Can you hear me? Can you throw some ones in the chat if y'all can hear me, yo? Can y'all hear me? Yo?
Yo, I can hear
Can
you
you hear
loud and
me?
clear.
Okay, that's good. All right, hold on. Let me see who joined the panel. Shout out to Ivan, Eskimo, So Greasy, Leaf. In that order. Shout to the chat. Third time's a charm. This is JTV. Fade to Black. Shout to you. I never seen you in the chat. Please subscribe to the page. Nets fans is the best fan. Shout to God. Cottage 81. Rock'em Brick. of course, Iceman, who on the panel with us. Shout out to Leaf on the panel with us. Shout out to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Again, thank y'all for throwing y'all links in the chat to make it much easier for me. Y'all see all of the content creators on the page. Y'all can see they throw their links in the chat. Y'all can go follow their content as well. We here for all of that. Christopher Cancel, I think he gotta be trolling. We lost, man. We lost the game. It's not even a super chat. I ain't even gonna answer that question. I mean, shout out to you though. I can't let you troll me right now, man. I'm saying shit is hectic. I'm really wanted to win this game. You know what I mean? I wanted that for the Nets. I wanted to see the Nets go into hostile territory and beat the toughest team. And I still ask the question: are we tanking? Is this a playoff team or a play-in team? You know, we all know Big Ox. He always show love. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? He knows about Jordy Fernandez because he's a Sacramento King fan. So you know what I'm saying? If you don't know, Jordy Fernandez was assistant coach for the Sacramento Kings before he became Brooklyn Nets head coach. So I was asking him, and he was telling me like, "Yo, he's good." You know what I mean? He's good with the guys, and you know what I mean. He's just an overall like good person, and y'all got a good head coach, a good guy, and then Jordy Fernandez being you know what I mean, HC. So, shout out to Maria Signal. She said very disappointing loss. Yeah, man. God, I said, son, I'm mad tight. How we let them win? Yeah, man. I'm not gonna be long winded. It's
Because we
six of
can't
us
close
on the
fourth quarters.
we're six of us on the panel. So I'm gonna in order that they showed up on the panel, we're gonna go to Ivan first. Talk to us, Ivan. What you seeing out
So
there
the
tonight?
game. So while I saw we was losing at first, we came back. I got to credit to Noah Clowney. He was doing Allen dirty. That's why Allen didn't play no more. Yeah, he definitely was locking up defensively. I think the problem is, like I said, we every time we lost, we gave ourselves a chance to win. I think this time we didn't. This time we didn't because me and BK hoops butt heads all the time, but I gotta give him credit. Claxton should not be there in the fourth quarter, bro. Mobley was able to sag off of him. I prefer Clowney or
That's
even
them. That's BK and Wild Hopes right there.
yeah, BK, I gotta give you credit. Mobley was able to sag off of Claxton was really killing us, man. That's why Mobley got all those blocks. At least if Finney Smith was there, playing five, or even Noah Clowney, at least we could take Mobley off the paint to give ourselves a chance in the fourth quarter. Because you notice when we was actually in the lead, Claxton wasn't on the floor for the most part. So that's all I have to say. But
No,
good
no,
game
shout out to you.
nevertheless.
Shout out to you. Definitely want to go to hoops, man. But I ain't gonna lie, I was doing it in the order. We just started. We not even 10 minutes in. We gonna go to Iceman. He was here next. He definitely threw his link in the chat. But you could give us a quick commercial, Iceman, and then get into what you're saying tonight.
Yo, y'all can find me at Iceman the Dawn on Twitter, and you can follow my podcast, the Tip Off or Brooklyn Net Podcast on YouTube. You heard? All right. So this game, it was a good game. Um, Dennis, Cam Johnson, Cam Johnson said y'all fans gotta apologize, bro.
Yes, we
Y'all gotta
do. Yes, we
apologize
do.
to that man. That man been hooping. You know what I mean? But
Talk
we
your
just
shit.
we just don't have enough, and I gotta give credit to Dennis because he was trying to run the second unit too after he was killing in that first quarter, and the second unit couldn't get it going. So if they couldn't get it going, the first unit, the whole game kind of depended on the first unit. So you know what I mean, we just didn't have enough. You know what I'm saying? Ben ain't played tonight, and you still don't got the other guys, Watford and Dayron. So you know what I mean, they make a difference, and they played good tonight, but they just couldn't finish it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, I'm with you. Again, this is the panel just getting bigger and bigger. So I was gonna add to that, but that's more so with me. It's just me and you. Shout to Iceman. Y'all already know what it is. Who is here next? I just want to be clear. It was so greasy. Shout out to so greasy. Talk to us, man. What you seen out there tonight, man? What you think about tonight's game?
It was a good game. I just hate how the fourth quarter unfolded. We got discombobulated, but I also think like the refs was like there was a lot of suspect shit going on out there, bro. And Um, it just made it just all the whistles, bro. It was so many whistles that settled the game at the end of the game, bro. Like, and then bro said, like Clax was really like he was really blowing my shit today. So other than that, we had three players in 20 plus. I think Cam Thomas he had a good he did I don't really think he had a good game, even though he had them 20 points. He was just putting up wild ass shots where I was seeing certain players open, even though he got 6 assists today. It's just certain
I
shots,
like that.
even it's just certain shots, even though it's just certain shots, like, bro, it's a person open. I understand the confidence you have, but sometimes the easier bucket, you could just dish that bitch, and it could have gave us we probably could have had like an extra 6 points if he would have passed the ball 3 more times.
Okay.
Like,
All right, now I'm with you. Shout out to So Greasy. Yeah, listen, man. We gonna keep it going. You know what I mean. I'm gonna get it. We gonna, you know what I mean. Get into it a little bit later, but we gonna keep it going. We got Leaf on the panel with us. He did the play by play tonight, man. Leaf, talk to us, man. What you seen out there?
No, I didn't do the play-by-play tonight. I
Oh,
was
my
in the
fault, my fault.
no, I was in the street celebrating my birthday, celebrating my brother's
What?
birthday.
Oh, okay, okay. Happy
So
Shout
birthday.
out
I'm
to
about to
him.
say,
Shout
I
out to
thought I
him.
was there with you for your birthday. I
nah,
thought you did
yeah,
the stream
nah,
that day. I remember that day.
yeah, because I yelled out after I was 36. Shout out, I was
Happy
so I,
birthday to your brother.
yeah, we wasn't even in the crib. We was like literally outside, and I was watching the game on the phone, getting tight. And he was like, "Yo, come on, man, yo, get some of this Hennessy." I'm like, I ain't drinking. I gotta drive. Well,
Right.
I had maybe like I ain't gonna lie, I had like a little sip of that shit, but then I dipped off because I was kind of pissed. Noah Clowney played his ass off tonight. He played his ass off tonight, and he absolutely played Jared Allen completely off the floor.
Yep.
I know for a fact that our bigs could do something with Jared Allen. I don't know if we could do anything against Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley, bro, like when he's
Yeah,
allowed to
sure.
guard the paint, and when you got Claxton on the floor, and you don't have and he's able to sag off, that's a problem, especially in the fourth quarter. The lineup that we had underneath 3 minutes wasn't cutting it. Clowney deserved the right to be on that floor. Plus, I thought I was told that we wasn't even going to play Claxton that many minutes off a back-to-back any damn way, and we did it anyway. So
Right.
realistically,
Facts.
and
Facts.
to land the plane, our shooting, our perimeter play, man, when we spaced the floor against this team, we was absolutely golden, man.
We
We
smoked
outscored them.
them. We was smoking them. Like,
Yeah. Let me
yo,
finish, bro. Like we outscored them 30-5 in between the second and the third quarter, and it carried
Mm.
all of that momentum into the fourth, man. In the last 3 minutes, and then we had a 7 point lead, and we gave up 9 straight points underneath 3 minutes. That's how it happened.
facts.
So
Facts.
Yeah,
realistically, it was a good game overall, man. I liked how everybody played, but Clax can't be on the floor on the floor in the fourth quarter. He can't.
I ain't even mad at you, bro. Again, man, I could add to that, but I don't want to be long winded. Shout out to Leaf. A lot of great content on this page. We're gonna go to This Is JTV. Talk to us, man. Did you see tonight's game, Jay?
Yo, what's good, y'all? Uh,
So
I agree with a lot of shit that everybody was saying, but I also disagree with some. I don't know what they telling Claxton because I did hate the fact that he didn't contest another layup at the rim from Garland. But I feel
Okay.
like they telling him not to foul something because he's looking at them like he want to do something and just standing there and not doing shit, and it's pissing me
But
the fuck
Jay,
off.
because
I feel.
Mobley
Oh
can
wait, let me
shoot.
finish. Let me finish. Then y'all bigging up Schroeder, but Schroeder it fucking sold the game. Like I feel him that he had 20. But he sold the game with like 3 turnovers in a row and missed 3 pointers that he shouldn't have taken. He clogging up the paint,
I can't
throwing
give you that,
lobs to the
Jay. I
other
can't.
team. Like that shit, he got to stop
I
selling
can't
us because
give
he
you that,
sold
bro.
the bag. And then yeah, it was just too much like we was winning the game, moving the ball around the court, and then he started going to mad isolation shit. Now I mean, what is he doing out there? Yo, man.
Jay, I
Uh,
disagree respectfully,
yeah,
but
Bro, did you
hold
see
it
the
down.
fourth quarter?
Bro,
Yeah.
Bro,
I don't think he was. I don't think he was getting no calls either in the fourth quarter, bro.
he's
facts.
It's a
Keep the
couple of
ball,
times.
keep the
Bro,
ball
Jay.
moving.
Have you seen the
Hey,
basketball game
Keep
where
the
Schroeder
ball
wasn't
moving. Keep the
playing?
ball
Cam
moving.
Thomas was getting his cookie stolen. Schroeder is the
no,
floor
I didn't even
general.
get to that. You're right. Cam Thomas was getting his cookies stolen. I was saying that I feel like
Mhm.
teams is really studying Cam moves, and Cam ain't getting no love from the ref like that for
That's
real.
true.
None.
That's true. That's true. But
And
Cam
they
is not a
studying
true
his
point
moves.
guard though.
hey,
That's the
yo,
problem.
you know what
Keep
it
the
is,
Schroeder,
ball
Jay?
moving.
if
Keep the
you
ball
look at it,
moving.
Yeah.
Keep the ball moving.
Schroeder
Keon,
is the floor
Hold
listen,
general.
I
on,
tell you
Ivan.
what,
Ivan. Hold on,
Keon
Ivan. We're
Johnson
gonna go
and
to Joey.
Clax,
We're
huh?
gonna go to BK and Wild Hoops after
Okay,
this.
my bad.
Ivan, hold on. Go ahead, Jay.
Keon Johnson and Clowney was playing great together. I do think
I
that
agree.
Z Dub and Clowney should have been on the court in the fourth quarter because they was the ones kind of holding it down, making sure he was getting
Hey,
offensive
hey,
rebounds,
yo,
getting
Jay.
blocked. But like I was saying before, Clax and Clowney need to be on the floor at the same time, or Clowney or Z Dub. Like one of them niggas, you need two tall fucking dudes
Where we
out there.
got
You
all
can't just have one.
we got
Right,
all
right.
8 niggas
Absolutely.
out there, and motherfucking who was guarding Mobley? They had Cam Johnson or one of them on him in the play. I'm
Yeah,
like, yo,
nah, we had nothing for Mobley, bro. He was giving
he
us
was
work, bro.
wilding today. But Jay, let
But
me
we
ask
was
you one.
letting them do it
Hey, yo,
though.
Jay, let me ask you one
We didn't
question.
have the right lineup on the court.
Let me ask you one question,
Right,
Jay.
Leaf.
Why they ain't what's his name? The other kid you just mentioned.
Clowny.
No, the one that you mentioned with Kevin Clown.
Zaire
Z
Williams,
Dub, Zaire Williams,
No, not him. The other point guard.
Milton.
Keon Johnson.
Yo, why they got him shooting and not attacking? Yo,
Yeah,
they
he
got they got him shooting a bunch of threes
Yeah,
all game, even though he's hitting like two or
he
three.
hit. Yeah, he hitting some of them, but he
Yo,
should be attacking the rim.
he's I don't know why they
He
don't got
got
him attacking
bunnies.
the rim, bro. He can, yo.
yeah,
He,
yeah. Hold on, yeah. We gonna let's go to BK and Wild Hoops, but I gotta agree. Just
but I'm
realized
pissed
yesterday.
off. I'm
Big,
pissed off about this loss. Like I just like last night. Let me just. This is why I'm laying the plane, Breeze. I'm pissed off about this loss, just like last night, because I feel like we could compete with any of these teams, and I'm not. I'm ready for this Knicks game too. I think we could beat them.
yeah,
After these
Yeah, I
two
think we
yeah.
could
games
beat him.
and
Nah,
the game
fact,
against the
I'm
Nuggets,
ready
I
for the
think we
next
could beat
game
them.
too, bro. Fuck the Pelicans
facts,
game. I ain't worried about that shit.
I think we could
facts.
beat them.
Yeah. Nah, we
All
gonna
we
get
gotta
to
do is
that.
learn how to close the fourth quarter by Friday.
Yeah, now we're gonna get to that for sure. Shout to BK and Wild Hoops. Shout to everybody that spoke before BK and Wild Hoops. A lot of content creators subscribe to all their pages, including mine. And BK and Wild Hoops. Talk to us. What did you see out there tonight?
No,
This
it
could be
was the fourth quarter. The first three, I didn't watch the first half, but the third quarter was good. I'm about to watch the first half in about 5 or 10 minutes, but
Don't watch
that
that
fourth
shit.
quarter, I mean, Dennis Schroeder, like it was like what was it? George Niang was like guarding Dennis Schroeder, was able to move laterally with him. I mean, he has to win that matchup. As a like, oh, I need to pass the ball. He was forcing a lot of things. Cam Thomas with the shot selection in the fourth quarter too. He took a lot of bad shots and just like indecisive with the basketball, not moving the basketball. So they were playing good team basketball in that third quarter, and I don't know, they just went away from it, man. I mean, even like the closeouts, like the Cavs turned the defense up, and you know, like Cam Johnson's another one. He took a contested three rather than just attack the closeout. So you know, and
Yeah,
Clarkson, that guy's made a good point about Clarkson
But
too.
what were you doing? Mobley's waiting for you right
yeah,
there. Guarding
Claxton,
Clark.
you heard
And
tonight.
the hell with all of
Pull up,
that.
1-2 dribble, pull up,
You
Hold
gotta
on.
you
1-2
gotta
dribble, pull
move
up.
Mobley out the fucking paint. That nigga wanna
Thank
play
you.
help defense.
Thank you, Leaf.
He
Yeah,
was
Thank you,
wilding
Leaf.
out there, bro. He was
Thank you.
No, I mean,
yo,
yeah,
if
he
they're
was.
gonna run Clarkson off the 3 point line, he
Hey,
needs
yo,
to. He
Clowney is
has
if
Mobley.
that.
Clowney was on the court, Mobley is not in the fucking paint at all.
Preach. Preach.
At all.
Preach.
We didn't
Yeah,
yeah,
have
man.
no
I
bro.
know. I said,
Spacing
listen. I
was
said,
Mobley was,
bad.
bro.
That's why Cam and
if
Schroeder was turning the ball over
Thank
if
because
you,
they
Lee.
had no
We saw the
fucking
same
spacing.
thing. Yo, facts,
if
bro.
you listen to my
yeah,
show yesterday about Nick Claxton, that's what I was talking about, man. I mean, he doesn't pull like a teams like guys can drop back on Claxton, and then it makes driving to the lane hard because then you got Mobley who can easily contest. But if you have Clowney out there, he pulls away Evan Mobley. He pulls away
Fact, that's true.
Jared Allen.
That's true. That's true.
Clowney deserved the
I
right
gave you
to finish
credit.
that
I give you
fucking
credit.
game,
Hold
bro. That's
Hey, yo, is
bullshit.
hold on,
Bogdanovich
y'all.
gonna play for us, yo?
Oh, the panel just got one person bigger. I don't want none. I'm saying to be too long with. I wanted to go to Joey BK. But we're gonna go back to hoops real quick. Was you done, hoops?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. That was just about it. Just Claxton's offensive issues, which I was talking about on my show yesterday, man. Yeah, I went into like a whole 15 minutes of it. You know, it's a big thing.
Yeah, we know
Yeah.
you hate Claxton. We know.
I don't hate him. I mean,
Hey, yo,
listen,
Clax
he has
Buns. Hey, yo,
value in
Clax
terms of
Buns,
like
bro.
being able to play the
He's
perimeter.
a classic buns.
That nigga Buns. I
No, I
keep
mean,
telling
listen,
y'all
no,
that,
he has
bro.
some
Yeah.
value. I'm not saying he's
For
totally
100
garbage.
million, my nigga, in that type of game, bro. Yeah, I hate him.
Yo, hold on, y'all. Let's get
That
to Joey.
nigga booty, bro.
Fuck
He
Let's
that.
go to
booty,
Joey.
bro.
Let's go to Joey
Go,
BK.
go.
Yeah.
When
Go
I
ahead,
was
Joey.
when I was criticizing Claxic Cup, never mind. Anyway, I'm gonna just keep
No,
it
you
on.
was criticizing him too, Joey. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Y'all
nah,
right.
go
Y'all
ahead.
right.
Talk your shit.
Joey,
Nah,
you're right.
I'm gonna just keep it with this game. So another more victory, man. The Nets played good, but they didn't play good enough to win. The Nets let Evan Mobley get anything he wanted in the first half, bro. He abused DFS and friends in that first half. Luckily, we fought back before the half by making a run. This one pissed me off a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you. This game probably pissed me off more than the Celtics game.
Yep.
Um,
You felt the
because
same way.
we
I hope
had
it pissed them off too, Joey.
because we collapsed in the fourth quarter, man. Like we turned the ball over, the offense went stagnant,
Life
and
Shot
shit. Life
selection,
alert.
shot selection.
and and
Yeah.
and it was like fucking the Cavs couldn't miss. And it's hard to beat a team like that also when we're not getting fucking calls. Because Cam Thomas and Schroeder were getting fucking held
Yeah.
and they weren't fucking calling it,
They
yo.
was grabbing jerseys the
Yeah, they
whole
was
game.
who I don't know who
They, yeah, you absolutely right. But that didn't stop us from going on a 30-5 run. We wasn't even
Facts.
like the thing is
Nah, hey
the
yo,
one thing that helped.
I'm with Leaf tonight.
Hey, yo,
Yeah.
Leaf, that last 2 minutes, yo,
Nah,
that last 2 minutes was nasty work. They
Yeah,
was
no, that
no,
last
no. I'm talking about far as them getting like shoved and pushed off. Man,
Yeah.
bro, that shit was nasty, bro.
yeah.
yeah.
Last
I
two
wanted to make
minutes, the
that last,
wrong motherfuckers was on the court.
I wanted
No, hold on. No. Two things could be true.
They
And we're
were
gonna
both
go
true.
back
It's
to
both
Joey.
true.
And you gotta realize the main thing I look at is the refs do control whether they let it fly or let it ride. Like, I'm gonna let them play rough, but I'm not going to let them play rough. It depends on when it is. Maybe they say, all right, maybe second, third quarter, we won't blow our whistle as much, but in the fourth quarter, we'll tighten up. I don't know what's
Yeah,
going on with
yeah,
the
I
refs.
agree.
I
They,
don't
they,
have
Bro,
they
an
allow
answer
damn,
more
for
every
it.
layup
physicality. They
through
allow more
those
Wrong
I
physicality.
don't,
niggas
I
was
don't
on
have
the
an answer
court.
for the refs, bro.
If we up 7, bro, and Clowney is on that court, Evan Mobley is not in the fucking paint, period. At
facts.
all. He is
Facts.
not fucking
Yo,
around. He
bro,
can't
I'm
afford the
not gonna
help.
lie to
So,
y'all. I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie to y'all, but I'm here for Leafs and his fucking speculation tonight because I feel like we was going into the fourth quarter and we had a 13-point lead. This is why I didn't say before. We were supposed to go into that third quarter with at least to the fourth quarter with at least a 20-point lead because the refs was fucking giving them every call. Like at one point in the game, they even gave them a fucking 2-point. It was a shot clock violation. They gave them the points for it. And
That's true.
it
That's
was a
true.
shot
Oh,
clock
yeah, with
Yeah,
violation,
Evan
how
bro.
Mobley,
violated
Like
Yeah,
right?
was
also
going into the fourth quarter, the
You talking
ref
about with
They
Evan
changed
Mobley?
that back. I know
I
what you're
want, I
talking
want
yeah,
to.
about.
they did change
The
it back.
Mobley
They did
floater.
change it back eventually. But I'm saying the
Yeah,
ref
but
was
no, but
trying to cheat
Secaucus
for them
had
the
to
whole
change it.
time.
yeah,
And
Yeah,
then when you look
Secaucus
at the
had to change it, though.
they
right,
The
right.
reason, hold on, the reason why I agree with Leaf because you see how
We got to go
Shooter
back to
and Cam
Joey. Hold up.
Thomas, Shooter and Cam Thomas was aggressive. How you expect them to be aggressive when Mobley's right there cheating off a nigga, bro? Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't be aggressive either.
Hold on,
Like come
hold on. Let's
on,
go back
bro.
to Joey. Go ahead, Joey. I ain't mean
Yeah,
to cut
go
you
my
off,
fault,
bro.
Joe.
I was gonna say, yeah, I don't know who this kid fucking Jerome, whatever. Well, who
Ty
that?
Jerome, some white
Fucking
dude looking
Ty
like
Jerome
John B
ripping
out
niggas.
there,
That
man.
nigga
He
had
was
4
fouling.
steals in
He
the
was
fourth.
John
fouling.
B looking ass. Know what I mean?
Yeah,
Fuck out
yo,
of here.
yo,
Know what I
that
mean?
nigga is
Nigga's a whole backup. Nigga, fuck out of here.
that nigga was that he played good basketball. He was overly aggressive and
Yo, I
he was.
said we ain't about to lose this game to Ty Jerome. Not tonight.
I wanted to
And
land my
we
plane. No,
did.
I wanted to land my plane real quick. So
Bro, this nigga had 4 points. That's the most 4 impactful points I ever seen in my life. He
I
had
want
it felt like more. Like he had 5 assists though. I
Yo,
think that's what
Mobley,
it is.
Mobley stripped our confidence, bro. Just pick.
I
Yo,
wanted to
how Mobley don't get 5 seconds? Oh, I'm done,
I
bro. I'm
wanted
done.
23-16. Like
We
hold on,
got
he
hold
some
on,
was
real
going
we got
crazy.
some real homework to
hold on,
do in
hold on,
this
hold on. I
draft.
wanted to
I ain't
say
gonna
Go
this.
ahead,
lie to you.
Joey. Go ahead, Joey. Because we
I,
didn't even get the LBL yet. Go ahead, Joey.
I agree with Jay about the refs, but we also our offense also went stagnant too, bro. Like we could not score. It's like the Nets got a big lead and then they just fucking died out. But I wanted to make this
It
last
was
point.
the isolation, Joey. That's what I was talking about too. Just not cutting you off, but just conversing with you. The
Right.
isolation is what caused the stagnancy because we would when we were swinging the ball around, everybody was scoring, or
I
we was
already
getting
told
tip
all y'all
outs.
niggas why that
Right.
shit is, bro.
But
Because we got Claxton at
I
the
think
top of the fucking key and
I,
ain't no damn spacing on the
I
court.
I ain't gonna hold you though. I kind of think that the Cavs kind of strapped up. They stepped it up with their defense though.
Nah,
So
the refs was just like, yo, let's give them this game. The Nets
The
is
ref
not
stepped
supposed to
up.
be up right now. The
so
Nets is not supposed to win this
I,
Nah,
game. So
Hey,
let's
hold on,
start
that's
giving
a
them the
fact.
hold on,
call.
hold on,
That's
hold
That's
on.
what
nah,
Hold
Matt.
happened.
on, hold on,
Hey,
That's
y'all.
a
Hold on.
fact.
I just
Yo,
want to land a plane, please. Let me land a
That's a
plane with my
fact.
last point
Go
about
ahead.
Cam.
Right.
So,
They go to LBL. You after
all right,
him.
I'm gonna land a plane. So Cam has problems against bigger defensive teams. I noticed that because he's shorter. We really don't have a solid second option that could put alleviate some of that pressure off of him.
Well,
You got
yeah. What you
hold
gotta
on,
say about that, Breezy?
you got
Everything I
what
was
about
saying.
a solid second option?
hold on. I mean, the closest we got is Cam Johnson and Schroeder when they on. All right. So you got to
Right.
understand something. Teams are consistently looking at Cam Thomas and they're shadowing him. Even when he's being guarded by his player, there's always a guy standing right there, shadow following him too. He's being shadow guarded by like
Yo,
two or
they
three
blitz,
players.
they
Yeah.
they blitzing him, yo. They was
Yeah.
blitzing him.
So I mean, it's kind of hard for him to get his shit off like when he's being guarded like that.
Yeah.
He ain't got no other point of attack. That's all I want to
the
say.
problem is, my nigga, when you
Yo,
don't have five shooters on the court, when
Ain't
you
and
don't
no
have
lie
five
though,
shooters on the
hold
court,
on. Can we
of
not
course the
skip
niggas gonna get
LBL?
double.
Can
Facts.
we?
I'm
We
Leaf. I'm
ain't
with
here.
you, bro.
no lie.
We ain't.
Cam
I'm with him
dribbling
too. I
booties
just don't
too.
want to skip LBL. We ain't go to LBL yet. You know what I'm saying?
Let me
We
just say
half
one
Yo,
hour
thing.
in. We ain't
LBL,
got
what's good,
LBL.
man? Where you been at, man?
Hey man,
LBL, talk to
you
us,
know,
man.
yo,
What you seen out
watch
there
the
tonight, man? You see, as you can see, it's pandemonium. Talk to us, Brody.
yeah. So and I said right before the game, I felt like we were gonna shock the world, and beat them. But and like I said, you try to get as many wins as you can, as quickly as you can. So I was all about, I'm still all in for the tanking, but you got to try to win as many games as you can. Especially, I'm looking forward to this coming week, sweeping the Knicks this week. But other than that, I would say a couple of things that stood out to me. I understand sort of the stuff with Claxton because, I mean, some of y'all really, really like him, but he's weak. He just gets pushed under by anyone who's really
Booty.
stronger than him, and like that's what I'm saying. With Dayron out, we don't have that other option, even if it's just to throw them off. It's like we need somebody who's opposite of
They
him. You
run
know
with at
what
least
I'm saying?
spot up for a fucking three,
and
bro.
and
God
and
damn.
then and then the other thing is like one of the thing I was tweeting this in real time is when we had those two plays back to back, it was because like Cam went down to the baseline. He was trying to see if he could get some screens to get open, and I'm like, no, Cam, nobody else could dribble but you and Dennis. You got to go get that ball. You got to go get the ball. And I don't care if you got to do some Jordan S type stuff, but you letting them off the hook. And then so we had those two plays in a row back to back that were we had those two plays back to back that didn't go anywhere because we don't have enough. Our Achilles heel over the last few years is we don't have enough ball handlers. We don't have enough ball handlers against pressure. And when that pressure comes, like when they start really D'ing up, and you only got Schroeder and you only got Cam, and nobody else could really dribble the ball, it's like that hurts your team. So like the passing and everything is good. 3.5 quarters, but when it comes to it, you got to have guys who could actually shake people, who could actually dribble, and we don't have that. And then especially we don't have that, and then you still got Claxton in, and it's not like he's gonna be shooting. You know, it's not like they're worried about people who because we had two non-shooters, two non-dribblers. So that's what I'm saying. You can't have
Facts.
that against a team like that. All right, that's my piece.
Clack
Yo,
sound
all
ill as a
right. So hold on.
robot.
We're listening to all y'all. I think we pretty much got the all sentiments, and I'm not gonna lie. Y'all heard me defend Claxton a bunch of times, but tonight he got his ass whooped. I mean, I'm not finna defend that type of gameplay. He got to be more aggressive, and at the end of the day, Cam, like I said, I'm just critiquing the negative right now. Cam Thomas, he got to get into his move opposed to pump fake it. Like he'll get past the defender, pump fake. Now they caught up. Now you know what I mean. Like they do scouting reports, they know you're going to pump fake. And I just think he got to get more into his
Because he know
move.
that nigga Evan
Right,
Mobley is Roman. That's why.
That's
but
all. You leave. I'm
nah,
with you, bro.
no,
I'm
no,
with
but
because
still, at the end of the day, again, you better off drawing the foul, just getting into your move because you're in front of the defender. You know
no,
what I'm saying? So even if he roaming, that's where Jordy Fernandez come in. He gonna roam him, then let Nick Claxton or some a big Clowney shadow Mobley and look for him for the pick and roll or the alley oop or something. You know
he
what I
was.
mean? But it
But
gotta be a way we could counter. And again, I wanted to see Clowney be more effective. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to see him get more shot attempts because I think he would have been the X factor in this win. I
Clowney
think,
played his ass off tonight. I ain't got
you
nothing to
he
say.
yeah.
took Jared Allen off the game, Breezy. He
No, no,
took
no,
He
no. I'm
took he
Jared.
not.
took Jared
No,
Allen
no.
completely off the court, son.
Yeah, yeah,
Completely.
no, no. But it's not just him. I seen Clax do it too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking nothing about his game. I'm saying that at the end of the day, Clowney was out there for 14 minutes and he took 3 shots. That's what I'm saying. If he out there for listen, Finney Smith had 8 shots, Clax had 5 shots, Cam Johnson had 13 shots, Schroeder had 14, Cam Thomas had 17, Keon Johnson had 7. I don't think that Clowney should be taking. I think he should be taking more shots than Keon Johnson. I think Clowney should be taking more shots than Keon Johnson, more than Shake Milton. Isaiah Williams is kind of even, and Jalen Wilson kind of even. But he definitely should be taking more shots than Keon Johnson.
It got to
Keon
be on the
Johnson
floor
should
with
be
Cam,
taking
though.
7 shots. I
The
mean
reason the
3
reason
shots.
why he wasn't
And
because he probably
Clowney
had
should be
Evan
taking
Mobley on him,
17.
nigga. That's why.
Most of
Yo,
the
I'm
thing.
talking about. I'm
Hold on,
talking.
Breezy.
All
My
I'm
he
thing
talking
out there,
about.
is
he out there to be a decoy. What
All
like,
those
bro?
shots was
That's
Everything
made.
not
that
a
happened with
decoy.
that game, bro, came down to lineups. I'm not blaming that shit on the refs. Even I knew how the game was gonna be called, and everybody on the fucking Nets knew how that game was gonna be
particular
called.
belief because
Listen,
Breezy.
I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to say is if you put the ball in Clowney hand and you ask him to attack Evan Mobley, now Evan Mobley got to play straight up defense, not weak side defense. By him
Oh,
playing weak side defense, bro, he's you know what I mean, a good player, bro. He don't have to exert so much energy because it ain't a lot of bang bang, and you want to take advantage of. I mean, they played the back to back, and we played the back to back, so it's not necessarily taking advantage, but this is where you tough it out. You know what I'm saying? You tough it out.
Breezy, they play that back to
He
back
make them
tomorrow.
ineffective by being physical with him. Because you know he the go-to guy. When you look at Donovan Mitchell, bro, he shot under 50%.
Breezy.
He wasn't
Breezy.
killing us
So
in the second half. At the
Mom,
end of the
hold on.
day,
Before are you want to respond to Breezy real quick?
he was 5 for
The only
12,
thing
bro.
I was saying,
We
the only thing I
contained
was
him.
saying, right, with Clowney being there, even if he doesn't shoot, he would keep Mobley honest.
Yep.
You see why we upset with this loss tonight? Because it was a bad loss in the fourth quarter. We wasn't even upset like with other
We
games.
beat
This
ourselves in
loss
this game, bro. We beat
sucks.
ourselves pretty much.
Yes. This we didn't even
We
give
had
Don't
this
have
ourselves a
game.
nothing to
chance.
nobody to blame but ourselves for this loss because one,
Yes,
we had the wrong lineup out there to begin with. That is the common denominator out of all of this shit, bro. I'm
yes.
telling
That's
you,
what we
bro.
mad at Cam
Cam
Thomas.
Thomas, Cam
No,
Thomas
y'all
gets
should be
more.
happy because Schroeder made sure that we tanked tonight. Now I mean, Schroeder
hey yo,
threw a
Hold on,
lob to
because
the other
bro, I want to say
team.
one thing before I let y'all go. This
Schroeder
is my
threw a
last
lob to
question.
the
I'm not
other team,
blaming that.
got
I'm
three
not blaming
turnovers
that
in
on.
a row.
I'm not
Made
blaming
sure
that
to
on
miss that
Schroeder.
I'm not blaming it
three-pointer.
on Schroeder either. I'm
That's the
with you,
tank
Lee.
commander, man.
Like
Master P, no
the
limit.
problem was too, if you saw the way they were playing defense, they kept forcing Cam Thomas to Mobley. They're like, we gonna force you whatever Mobley is, Schroeder too. What's he
Exactly.
supposed to do?
facts.
And
That was facts.
like that's
Because we
that's
don't have
basically why
anyone
they look
else who
so
can
bad
dribble.
tonight.
See the problem a lot. Well, Breezy, Keon got more shots because he's a guard,
Yeah.
right? So the ball was swinging towards Keon a lot of the times on the perimeter. You know what I mean? And he can get by. He can get by his guy. Now the problem with Clowney is he's not a creator. So to
Yep.
take, you know what I mean? He got to catch. He got to catch a
Yep.
closeout to
Yep.
attack Mobley. So that's the difference with that. But
Yep.
just like you said though, that Cam, they forced Cam into the middle of the paint to where Mobley was, and Schroeder had the same problem. They kept
Yep.
doing the same things after they
Yep.
create. They drive into the free
Yep.
throw line, and it stops right there. So that now they got to kick out or force a shot. So Cleveland did do a good job with the defense, but like Leafs is saying, the wrong lineup to attack them like that. That wasn't the right lineup. You know what I mean? But like I said though, Schroeder had a hard job tonight because he had to run 2 units. You know what I mean? He had to run the first unit and he had to
But
run the
look,
second unit.
but Iceman Pete, what I'm saying is this is where I go to Jordy Fernandez and say, yo, you just got to do a better job of being more the aggressor coach to coach. Because I was looking at that too with the Jordy Fernandez Kenny Atkinson thing with the parallels of Kenny Atkinson being the head coach, yada yada. Case in point is I seen off a timeout, Cam Thomas, they drew up a play where he got to the midi, scored the ball. I seen another play where I think it was off a timeout and he got to the midi, scored the ball. So what I'm saying is Jordy Fernandez and the Brooklyn Nets got to make it their business priority to make sure there is spacing for Cam Thomas. I told you that last stream. Let
Yeah,
him
but
play
they
under the 3-point line. I just looked at his stats. He was 6 for 17, and he was 2 for 7 behind the 3-point line. You take away those seven shots, would that leave you 10 shots, and he would be 4 for 10, which isn't good. But case in point, showing you he missing more threes than twos. I don't like to see Cam Thomas taking so many threes, and I don't care that Evan Mobley is in the paint.
well, you
Fucking
should.
fuck.
You
So
should.
bro,
Right,
no, bro.
yo.
Listen.
You
This
know
is
what the
what I'm
problem
saying.
was is
This is
what's his
what I'm
name is
saying.
not.
That's the no. Hold on, let me finish. The more efficient shot for Cam Thomas is the mid range. You got to find a way to go to your player's strength, especially on the roll on a back to back, trying to play their game, and we did that in the first half. You see, they shot a three, we shot a three. They shot a three. Once we got control of the game and we had it like by 10, that's when we were supposed to attack the midi because that's our way of winning the game or going to the rim and attacking and then open it, getting space for Schroeder and other jump shooters to knock down the three. But they can hug the 3-point line if we ain't scoring in the mid section. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, LBL. What was you
No,
gonna
I
say?
was just gonna say that Shake Milton, that keeps exposing us because like on those nights that Ben doesn't play, we don't have another point guard. That's Eskimo's point is that Schroeder has to be the point guard for all the time that he's out there because we don't have another reliable guy. So I mean, because what's the name was making some horrible plays. I'm saying Shake Milton because he's really not a point guard. And so every time that he fell right in the trap of, no, I'm just going to pass it to the guy in the middle, and then the guy in
Right.
the middle is going to be trapped between the towers. So that was the problem that we need, and you can't play, it's like in that kind of game, you really can't play Claxton because he's not getting any. Claxton had to play less because he's not getting any alley oops or anything over the twin towers.
Yes, play
So
Right.
he's
less. He still
ineffective
got to
because
play,
he
but play
can't
less.
shoot from outside.
Yep.
Well said. You broke it down. That's it. Claxton should play, but play less. If you look at Kenny Atkinson, right, what he did in the fourth quarter, he went small. He took Jared Allen off. He coached, and then he went back to Mobley that could space the floor. We stuck with Clax. We went the opposite. We went like let's play Claxton when we was losing in the the first quarter. Do the same thing in the fourth quarter. Like what were we doing? That don't make any sense. And of course, how can you expect Cam Thomas to go off when Mobley's right there, ready to block his? I don't know, man. Just don't make any sense.
And another thing with Claxton is it's like to me, I watch him intentionally, and it's like he's not even he doesn't really know how to play defense because what's the name beat his man who's that the point guard on their team not
Who
what's his name
Garland?
DG.
yeah so he beat his man and it's like you do not leave Mobley underneath the basket to try to contest a shot where he's going to get it off before you get there anyway. And then that ended up with him getting the alley oop to Mobley. And then at the same time, when you're supposed to contest, like when Jerome went up, beat his man, and you could block his shot, you just let him go by. And, so it's like, come on, man, you got to understand how to play defense as a center. You need to understand that.
Fact up, yeah.
Damn,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
going in on Clark tonight. Clark's getting
I
his.
was about to say, usually I'll jump out and defend them, but 23 and
Usually,
16,
usually you
man.
can't
Clark,
say shit about Clark's on this goddamn stream, but
yeah,
okay.
nah, yo, Clark's nah, you gotta
Ain't
get
no
that.
ain't no defending that nigga tonight, man. Shit,
Nah, not
he
tonight,
got
man.
his
He
money,
gotta
man.
get
That
some of
He,
this.
and I
This
and, and
tough
I
love,
and I
man.
told everybody up in this party, man, what's gonna happen when defenses start smartening up. Y'all all saw what the fuck happened tonight. Everybody up in here
Bro, you
saw it.
always root for the other team. We don't want to hear that shit. Leaf.
I ain't rooting for the other team, nigga. All I want is a motherfucking counter
Blazing
reaction,
other
nigga.
teams again.
and the yo, this
I
is
want
this
us
is
to figure out how to counter react shit when shit ain't going our fucking way. Y'all niggas up in here, bro, talking about, hey, yo, y'all rooting for that. I ain't rooting for the other team. I need us to
and
figure
the and
out
yo
a goddamn solution.
and the problem is too. This is
So
the
say
sad
it.
part.
So say what the
We
solution is.
have a
Don't
better
tell me what
chance.
them things
We
don't
have
fuck them other
closer.
things.
We have closer games when Finney Smith is at the 5 in the late games. We have better chances, and we
And we
actually come
close
up with
games
nice
out better, bro,
shots.
when we got a lead with him at the fucking 5
Because
anyway.
Claxton can't score the ball, bro.
Yeah.
Claxton can only be in the game at the end of the game when we got a lead.
Hence why
Yes,
his ass started
Joey,
coming off
you
the bench,
said it,
bro,
brother.
and Ben Simmons
Facts.
actually started.
We can't have him in the game if it's a close game or if we trying to come back. You got to send him on the bench.
Facts. And that's why people I know Jay was like, yo, why he don't defend? Because he's too busy guarding Mobley. He's scared for his life. Like, that's why he's not helping. Mobley's eating him alive.
Nah, nobody laughed at you, Ivan.
No, I'm just saying, man, it's true. Mobley's killing him, brother. Mobley's killing
He
him.
was
Yo,
It's
not
true.
Mobley,
scared for his
I ain't
life.
going front. Mobley looked scary out there tonight, especially in that first half. He took Wilson off the dribble. This nigga like 7 feet,
Listen,
doing Euro steps and
hey,
shit.
bro. Listen,
I'm like, what?
with all of that being said, the game plan was to neutralize Donovan Mitchell and to neutralize Garland. We don't give a shit what Mobley did. Mobley could have had 30 and 20, bro, and we still could have won that game, bro.
Yep.
Had we
Hell
had the
no.
right lineup in it.
Nah, Evan Mobley was the X factor in this, bro. He had
Exactly.
16 rebounds. He had blocks.
He was
And
all over the
he,
place.
yeah, like when you look at Donovan Mitchell, bro, he was what 5 for 12.
He
Nah,
didn't have
bro.
a
He
good
had
game.
a good
Spider
first
didn't.
half. He had a good first quarter or first half, but that second half we slowed him up, bro.
Yeah, Spider wasn't the X factor in this game at all. I agree, Breezy. It was Mobley, man.
Well,
I mean,
that's
Garland had his.
And it was the fact, bro, when we had that 7-point lead, somehow, some way, we couldn't keep Darius Garland out of the fucking paint.
Yeah, Garland too.
He's hard to keep out of the paint
Garland had
because
his
our
little bright
best
spots.
defender,
You know what I wanted to see
Because our
though?
best defender is not on the court that guards
exactly. Our
guards. His
best
name start
defender,
with a Z.
I would say, our best defender, Keon Johnson. He's challenged to score right now, so you can't have him in at the end of the game
I
unless
would
we
throw
got the lead.
Zaire. I would throw Zaire. Zaire and Clowney deserved the right to be close that game out tonight, and they was not on the court. That's bullshit. They both deserve it because every time Zaire goes out there, he's effective. And whether on the defensive end, maybe not too much on the offensive end because he gets some
True.
looks and but on the defensive end, he is showing up. He's playing full court.
And
He's
grabbing
playing full court on the
rebounds.
guards when he's in the
Yeah.
game. If you go look
But
at
he
any
ain't
time he's
guarding
in the
Garland.
game, bro, and we got Clowney on the back end, bro, he's picking up on the ball handler.
He had
My
a
thing
nice
too that
strip.
was frustrated too.
He had a nice strip on Mobley, but when it comes down to it, even Z-Man ain't guarding Garland. He's just too quick.
Yo, my
So what
thing
other
is,
choice we got?
hold on. My
I thought
only
he did.
thing is, go ahead. Go ahead.
I said I thought he did well on Mitchell when he guarded Mitchell. I thought he did well on
Mitchell ain't as fast as him. That dude
yeah.
is lightning quick, man. Garland.
I
Well,
agree, But my thing is, I feel like Ken Thomas should have been attacking Garland because Garland couldn't guard Ken Thomas either. So I feel
yeah.
like it should have been matchup for
I mean,
matchup, they couldn't guard each other.
Garland is a cone on defense. He all offense. He ain't really no defense, and he's a small guard
Exactly.
too. So
Facts.
that's an easy matchup for Cam.
Ken Thomas was killing. Yeah, they should have went
But
back and
it's not
forth.
when you funnel him into the into those twin towers.
Yeah,
Exactly,
that was,
exactly, and that was the X factor. Yep, they kept.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. That is very true.
That's why we all frustrated. You
The
see, we
NBA
not
is
even.
all the NBA is all about matchups, man. That's what they say. It's all about matchups. Now, just think if Claxton could hit a three and he could stretch the floor and he could bring Mobley away from the basket. It's a whole different.
Nobody's guarding Ken Thomas. Then
Yeah,
none of them are. None of
yeah.
them are. So that's just a fact. And that's why like Leaf kept emphasizing that third quarter they couldn't guard none of us because we spaced the floor. That's it. They're not guarding us 1-on-1.
Mitchell
And
was
that was the
scoreless
problem
in
right there.
that
We
third
took
Well,
quarter.
over.
I would say is how you build a team. You see how they built their team. You know what I mean?
No,
They-
but Joey said no because Atkinson switched everything. Yo, Jared
yeah,
Allen didn't play the fourth quarter.
He
yeah, but
did it.
they got the option to take 1 7-footer off and leave 1 7-footer on.
No,
You know
but
what
he
I'm
didn't though.
saying? You know,
Atkinson went small. He went 5 out, and then he went Mobley. He kept switching it,
right?
matchup
But
for matchup.
well, that's what I'm saying. He had the option to do that. We don't have. You can put Clowney in, right? But he has spaced the floor a little bit, but still in the paint with Mobley, he's not a good matchup.
But we
Yeah,
can
Nobody,
match them offense for
and
offense to give ourselves a chance. That's
yeah,
what I'm
true.
saying.
That's what he's saying.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Samba, he got a quote from Jordy Fernandez. While y'all chatting, I'm gonna read this comment. I'm gonna, say something to it. Then I'm gonna get to the post game recap, see what the players said, and then we can recap that as well. Samba says Jordy Fernandez on getting outscored 35-18 late. He says Jordy Fernandez is saying it's my fault. I ran Dennis 12 minutes in the fourth. I didn't give him a break. That's how your execution goes down. That's how your defense goes down.
I
Nah,
love it.
So again, I for one,
Accountability.
shout to Samba for the comment. For two, shout to the accountability from the head coach. Again, I don't think that we won this game, but I dare to say when you got a head coach that has accountability, that's how you build a winning culture. So how y'all feel about this? Whoever want to, reply
I
to
want
this,
to
y'all
say
can.
something.
I
I'm
reply to that right now. Listen,
Joey
the
said
fact.
something first, so we'll go to Joey to Leaf. Go ahead, Joey.
No, I'm gonna be
Go
real
ahead,
quick,
Joe.
Leaf. I just think he's. I don't hate to say this, but I think Jordy's full of shit because he knew he had to play Dennis because he had no other option.
yep.
It wasn't
I
fucking
was gonna say
playing.
this.
So
Yeah.
come on, yo. You knew you had to play him this much, or you ain't had no choice, my nigga. We got one point guard. Like, I
Look,
mean,
exactly. That's the fact, and
Exactly.
that's the
Joey
fact
just
of the
took
matter. But
the.
to continue on, the only reason why I'm giving Jordy Fernandez grace for a period is because this is first year as a head coach, and he ain't been in these situations. Excuse me, been in these situations before. I understand that. You live and you learn, bro. You learn the next time. Go with the guys. Go with the right strategy. Go with the right lineups that got you the lead in the first place and got certain players off the court and kept Evan Mobley off the defensive end and allows him to commit to the 3-point line. Because if he commit to the 3-point line and he got to guard one person that's his height, bro, that means you got one-on-ones for Struder, you got one-on-ones for Cam Thomas, you got one-on-ones for almost everybody else on the court, and we can move the ball in that form of faction. I'll give him some
Mhm.
grace as a 1-year coach, but yo, you fuck this shit up against the Knicks, man. I'm on your ass, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Even when we beat the Memphis twice, we beat them with 5 out. Every team we won, we beat them with 5 out. Because you can't guard Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is him. He's one of the top scorers. But no,
man.
no, man, I'm done talking about it. It's just crazy, man. I want Claxton to play, but he cannot play the fourth quarter, yo. He's not even a good free throw shooter, regardless.
You know who we sounding like right now? Remember we used to say this about Ben last year, like yo, Ben can't play in the fourth quarter. He can't. We gotta sit him. That's what we sounded like right now when we talk about Claxton.
It
Crazy.
could be true
So
because
hold on.
think about it.
Oh,
We didn't even
go
get
ahead,
to
go
the
ahead.
hack the clacks yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's when we start going down the stretch. They're gonna start testing. Can this dude really hit free throws or not?
Yes, Cap. I said that. I said that, bro.
Good point.
That's a weakness. That's a weakness. He cannot be in the game. You want him to be in the game because of what he brings on the floor defensively. But if he's a liability offensively, teams are going to target in on that, especially in the fucking playoffs.
Right. So hold on. Let's slow it down because it's some ridicule, some
Playoff.
critique to Jordy Fernandez in the chat. Do y'all think that this is a head coach that could be a better, have a better if you give head coach Jordy Fernandez the talent, do you think he could be successful based on
Absolutely,
what you've seen thus far?
absolutely,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Everybody makes
Absolutely.
mistakes.
I think he's
Definitely.
overachieving with what he has. And
I
this
agree.
ain't,
Any,
I agree
ain't
totally.
any,
Word.
anytime.
We fought in six in our next in our at first 10 games, and for what it's worth, a lot of these teams were above 500. Memphis Grizzlies, we beat them twice. They were a tough team, and like you could see them around the league. But Ja's out. But when Ja's there, they tough. And who else we beat? We beat them. We beat who else we beat? Who are the other two teams we beat?
We beat another.
Milwaukee,
Yeah,
We
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee Bucks.
we
Yeah, we beat
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee Bucks as well.
That
Who
home game,
Yeah, and even the Nuggets. We talk about the Nuggets game. We lost
and we
because of
got a
open. We lost because of open shot. The Celtic game, we lost the open shot because we had five out. This game, we didn't even get. We didn't even have a chance. They still.
you
It
know,
was Mobley was
but
blocking us.
yeah, until what I was saying before that, I think before the season, is they are protecting the Barclays. They got a winning record. I know we got a losing record, but they got a winning record at the Barclays. And as a fan, that's good to see. That I think that builds character too. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, man, I really do like what Jordy Fernandez is doing. And for y'all to say he overachieved, um, this is about the player development. Who do you think is being developed so far in the season the most? I would say Zaire Williams. So who y'all see?
I say everybody because he's using everybody's strength to actually make this work. Like I would give him, I would say he is overachieving because you got Cam Johnson and you got Dorian in the same lineup, and that's already tough. You know what I mean?
Good point.
It's already tough. You know what I mean? And then you add Claxton, which is not an offensive guy either. That makes it even tougher. So you honestly really got two guys, your point guard and your shooting guard doing heavy work, heavy lifting, but he's still making it look good though. So you know what I mean? I think everybody's because Cam Johnson looked like the way he's supposed to look. You know what I mean? He looking real like okay, Cam, we're sorry. You know what I'm saying? You were struggling, you ain't played, but he's hooping. Everybody hooping. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody. So
And he
shooters hooping, Cam Thomas hooping, Cam Johnson hooping.
and he's
Like
got
you can't
nine,
fit.
he's got non-rotational players, guys who, Zaire wasn't even getting in games, neither was Keon Johnson. And if he got them and they're actually in a rotation, that speaks a lot to him,
Yeah,
that they
and
playing because they deserve to, you know.
good point. And you know what I think too. This is my theory. I could be wrong. I think the young guys we they got to get better and better. If you look at Clowney, and y'all saw Clowney, his confidence started growing in the third quarter because I think sometimes they forget that they can keep up with these players. Connie was like, "Yo, I could do this," and he just started like Jared Allen started looking smaller and smaller. I don't know if y'all noticed that. To Clowney, he started stripping him, blocking him. Like yo, like he was a small player. So I think
Yeah,
we gotta see these young players get better and better over time too, which is scary.
But to
yeah,
answer
no,
your
that's what's up.
question, Breezy, I would say I'm most impressed with the development of Cam Thomas. Like I said, the only thing I was saying with him tonight was that but he's still young, so but he should have realized, man, if they're trying to trap Schroeder at the top of the key, and then because he couldn't even find people, he didn't even want to pass it to any of them guys to have them make a turnover. So he needed to come back up from the baseline and come get the ball. That's what he needed to do. So but that's an inexperienced thing. So but I'm
Mhm.
saying, but if you're talking about who he's developed, like I said, uh Cam Thomas has proven to me that I even during the game I tweeted something like, man, he's looking like they might have to start looking at him as an all-star,
Yep,
So
yep. I was
Yeah,
crazy
nah,
that you.
it's debatable because Zaire Williams, him scoring the way he is impressive. But at the end of the day, with Cam Thomas having 2 games with 6 assists, and I think like the last 3 games is impressive. You definitely wasn't saying that from Cam Thomas, last game. And I will say his shot selection could be better, but there are times I've seen him make the right basketball play where even if it's not an assist he doesn't take the shot. He'll find an open guy, open teammate.
I
So
want. I wanted
yeah,
to
he
ask.
is developing. You make a good debate. I'm not gonna
Right,
hold you.
right, and I want to say, when you said about All Star, I think Cam Thomas is already there. I think he's
I
up
mean,
there with the. I think he's up there with the Donovan Mitchells, the Murrays of the world. I think he's up there with that caliber of playing style. And a good shooter, great shooters always take bad shots regardless because they feel like they can make it anyways. I'm a fan of J.R. Smith. He takes bad shots. Nobody realized that, but he's a bad shot maker too. But I definitely think Cam Thomas is up there already with the top players, and he's still getting better. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Hold on. This is the post game interview with Jordy Fernandez. Throw some ones in the chat if y'all want to hear this. It's 4 minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna play the whole thing, but again, one of my favorite things is to hear the accountability, whether it be from the players or the head coach. Let's see what Jordy's talking about. Hold on.
Good players make shots. I think um, quarter, but it felt like everyone that drove to the rim scored. So obviously our one-on-one containment has to be better, especially down the stretch. Giving up 35 points in the fourth quarter is not ideal. Lost the fourth quarter by 17 points, and that's how I know how you close games in this league on the road against a very good team. Like I told the guys, it is my fault. I ran Dennis 12 minutes in the fourth. I didn't give him a break. That's how your execution goes down. That's how your defense goes down. I didn't give Cam Thomas breaks. And then at the end, we paid for it. So I have to be better with my subs, being cleaner with the calls at the end, and we have to execute and get the shot. Once again, 20 turnovers on the road for 26 points. That cost us the game, and those are games that we keep seeing, like they go in front of us and we lose them. So, again, I like the competitiveness, playing here on the road in front of a great crowd with great energy, but it's not good enough, and we want to be good. So, gotta keep working.
You were pretty crisp with the ball for the most part in early reports, saying like second, third quarter. Those turnovers down the stretch, late, you're attributing those mostly to fatigue.
Yeah, but they were in the second of back-to-back, and we're in the second of back-to-back, so there's no excuses right there. Like you said, in those 2 quarters, they scored 36 points, but in the first and fourth combined, they scored 69, and they end up scoring 105. So if you do your math, that's not good. How you open the game and how you finish the game. So once again, we got to be better. I have to be better with giving those guys breaks so they feel fresh at the end. Tell them exactly what to do and control and get good shots, and we didn't. So I'm proud of the guys in the fight. Got up enough threes. Found a way to.
I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I heard enough, and I'm not saying that in a sarcastic way. I'm saying it to say that he not going to be, straight up with the media and say, "Listen, I had to play those guys big minutes because when I put the bench in, they couldn't score the ball." Because that's exactly what happened. Like I said, like Iceman said, Keon Johnson had 7 shots. You seen Jalen Wilson shoot the ball. Noah Clowney, I felt like he could have shot more. But ultimately, when Cam Thomas and Trudeau went to the bench, it was tough for us to score the ball. That's the long and short of it.
but Breezy,
And I'm just want to say this last thing. I like that he didn't out his players into the media. I like that. I like the accountability opposed to out your players. If it's either one or the other, and you hold accountability instead of out your players, that's signs of a good coach. Go ahead, though, Ivan.
But I interpreted it a different way. Like I said, it's all interpretations. I think he was saying, "Yo, Claxton should have left." I think he was talking about substitutions. He played all those players for 12 minutes, all of them. So I think he was talking about that. His adjustments was bad. I think he realized it. Basically, sharing our same sentiment, but I could be wrong. That's what I got out of it. But
Yeah,
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 go.
no, I'm saying he's saying that. Listen, it's either him saying, I could have did better with the subs, or it's him saying, listen, I did sub because I seen him sub. I seen the guys out there on the floor at the same time. And even like yesterday's game, there was a space where Keon Johnson, Jalen Wilson, and Zion Williams, they was playing gritty. They got a rebound and putbacks. They was doing a lot versus Boston. And they were, hooping. And I'm saying that to say sometimes the bench scores, but we don't have a Lonnie Walker. I was asking, Keon Johnson or maybe Zion Williams going to be an instant bucket like a Lonnie Walker? None of them got that instant bucket vibe, energy to me, type shit for to say that they could score the ball like Lonnie Walker. Or am I bugging? Or do y'all think that anybody we got on the bench that could score the ball like Lonnie Walker?
They
Nah,
still got to. They still got to develop more, man. And
yeah.
Yeah,
my favorite play of the game is still. It's a funny play. It's when Keon tried to go baseline and he got muffed. His dunk got blocked by Allen because
Yeah, I've seen that.
it shows so much grit and heart for him to wrestle that ball back. And he had like two or three guys around him, and he almost traveled, like pulling the ball back and getting it out to someone else. And that's what you want. You don't want that guy to hang his head down and everything. And that probably made everybody on the bench jump up, because even though he got it blocked, it's like, nah, I'm still gonna get this ball back. That's what
yep,
we need.
Well, I would say, right? I said Keon has the potential to do that. He's probably close, right? But Keon needs more time, and he's like a guy. If you when you run him and he gets scoring, he gets to scoring, he gets to scoring, then you'll see him score more. But if he doesn't play like what I mean, a lot of minutes, you're not going to get instant offense out of him like that, like all the time. You know what I mean? He got to
yeah.
play longer.
Yo, Keon, remind me, what's that guy from the Cavaliers that come off the bench? That guy that had a headband on. They play similar styles. I can't think.
Levert, you
Okoro?
talking about Levert?
Yeah, I feel like he could get a game
Carlos
kind of
LeVert.
like that though a little bit. He just Levert's more polished, but like I think Keon Johnson could get there, like type of game like that. That could get to spots, hit you with a little. He got a good drive package, a good layup package. I feel like, you know what I mean. I think he could develop into that.
Yeah,
But
yo, hold on. I just want to switch lanes. I want to ask Iceman. There's a lot of trading Ben Simmons talk about it before the season now. You believe in that? You think that's got some motion?
No, I don't. I think they're gonna let that contract run out. I don't think Ben is the one that's gonna be out. I think it's Bojan, right? I think it's DFS, and I think it might be
Cam,
Shake.
Cam.
Shake. I think it's those three, right? I think Ben gonna play. They're gonna let because it's hard to move. If it's hard to move Cam Johnson contract, it'd be harder to move Ben's, and he not playing like all-star level for somebody to like. All right,
But
like
Ben got an expiring contract. That's different.
Nah, but you got to get back
right,
the same money though.
right, right. So
You think Ben would
you
take
gotta
a
take
Some
off.
buyout? You
teams
think
want
Ben
to
would
get
take a
rid of
buyout?
money, is what we saying.
Say it again.
What about a buyout? You think Ben would take a buyout?
No, Ben ain't taking no buyout. That's what
And
they
you
said
know what? He
about
might
Bojan. That Bojan was gonna get bought out.
Eskimo. He might take a buyout like after, like later on when it gets closer to the playoffs. But the problem with the Nets is because we only have one point guard, it doesn't help our development. If you buy him out and then all of a sudden this type of game is going to be like forever our games.
They
So
trying
you
to see what
really,
Killian Hayes hitting for.
yeah, well, he's got to develop more. We can't say that off of one game. And so we got to see.
I'm just saying I think that's the plan.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, hold on, Ellie. I see you in a private chat talking about accountability. Just expand on that for us, post.
Oh no, I was just saying, it was out freaking standing that he used the pronouns I when he was saying like I lost the fourth quarter. And he said, when Jordy was saying that stuff, when he said, I made the mistake of this and this and that. And so that is what, and because he's not, I mean, obviously we could all say, man, what does he have Shake out there for? And what does he have this person out there? But he took the bullets. So it's like when he does that, that makes his players rally around him. That makes them want to play harder for him because they knew this game was winnable. And he's saying the reason we didn't win it, fellas, was for me. It was because of me. And so that makes them want to go out there and try to get another win for him. And that's what a good coach does.
Good
Nah,
point.
that's what's
Good
up.
point. Hey, yo, I think too we also missing because we talk about point guard. Well, I think Walford is gonna be very impactful, bro. I really do think Walford. I've been saying that for a minute. I think he definitely gonna, and I think we're gonna see a better game out of Cam Thomas because both of them chemistry. You know what I mean? And he's a decent passer. He's
So
a
hold on. So hold on. Say we do move those players, DFS, CJ, because what I'm trying to calculate basically is can we get more draft picks? Because I really feel like we could rebuild this team from this next draft. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm growing more and more optimism watching the Bucks lose. Joy to my Nets fan spirit. Like, no, seriously, like I really think that's a top 10 pick. I think that's gonna be a top 10 pick, bro. Did you see the record?
Didn't
Y'all
they
think they
didn't they
gonna
win
stay
the
that
other
way
night,
though?
though?
Bro, look,
good
hold
point.
on, hold on. Let me tell you this to Jay. Jay, Giannis was in the. Did you see the reel where Giannis was telling someone that
Yeah, they could
he
leave.
didn't like the effort versus the Knicks?
Mm-hmm.
You seen that?
Mm-hmm.
And how he was like, "Yo, if you don't want to be here, you could leave." Type shit.
I think he was saying that to a reporter though. I don't think he was saying that to a teammate.
But
Bro,
he
that's
was
a
talking about
subliminal like a motherfucker, bro.
Doc Rivers offense though. Y'all didn't hear that? Like he was saying how the ball dish out. He said why we not doing
Mm,
that. He was
right,
really dissing the offense. He don't like
right.
the offense they're running.
Nope.
It's
Nope.
so it he
Dame don't get downhill enough for Giannis to be a lob
yeah
threat no more.
yeah that's
When
what
when
Giannis
Drew
said. And
when Drew Holiday was there, he got downhill enough for Giannis to be a lob threat. With
But
Giannis being
Giannis messed that up because Giannis was kind of the point guard when Drew was there. He because Giannis had the ball in his hands most of the time, but Dame needs the ball in his hand to be effective as well. So
nah, but what I'm saying is he don't play downhill though.
yeah,
He'll
yeah,
go around the screen, take a three, try to get to the midi,
yep,
but a lot of his attempts aren't the 2 pointers. You know what I'm saying? The defense knows that he's going to look for the jumper before getting to the basket, and by
yep,
doing that, you take away the lob threat from Giannis. Like
yep,
Giannis is a fucking Greek freak, bro.
yep.
You taking away the lob threat from him. That shit is just bad basketball. You know what I'm
But he
saying?
does need that. But he does need that start, and he was playing point. Like when he was beating us, most of the time it was because he had the ball after he crossed midline at
Yep.
mid the court.
Yep. He basically like Luca, basically like LeBron. Giannis played that similar style. Attack the paint, pass it out.
Yeah.
Attack the paint, pass it out. If that doesn't work, the Middleton get a bucket. Drew Holiday get a bucket. That's it. That's the offense.
Hold on. We're gonna get back to it. Hold on. I just want to address this comment. Chill out, roller coaster said, why do Nets fans and he said, why do Nets fans talk about Cam's playmaking in the first? He's definitely decided to concentrate on that part of his game. I guess he meant do not. But no, we do. And again, like I say, he's making a small basketball play.
That's
There's
the
a lot of
development.
yeah, that's the development side of what Jordy got him doing, opposed to Cam Thomas feeling like if I don't take this shot, I might not get another shot. I might get benched. I might get DMPs. That stress is off of him. And that shit speaks volumes to the relationship between a coach and a player. Having that confidence because, again, Cam Thomas made a bunch of mistakes in the fourth quarter, but Jordy Fernandez didn't give up on him. Still
Mhm.
went to him. Still, you know what I'm saying? Had the opportunity to win and lose the game. And that's what I mean about Jordy Fernandez opposed to Jock Vaughn. Jordy Fernandez is giving Cam Thomas the opportunity to play make, to say, all right, you got the space, the minutes to shoot and pass. Don't feel like I'm gonna sub you out if you make one or two mistakes. Like go out there hoop. You know what I'm saying? And that we need you to do both. And Cam Thomas had opened up about doing both, playing on ball and off ball, but mainly on ball is where you get, you know what I'm saying, the playmaking. But he spoke to both and say he likes doing both roles this season. And yeah, so we definitely talk about a chill out roller coaster for sure. For absolutely
Yeah,
for sure.
Ken Thomas is improving, but I feel like we gotta be honest. Like Devin Booker would never be a great passer. Ken Thomas would never be. I feel like he could be a good passer, but Ken Thomas will never. Some people just got strengths and weaknesses, but I do see improvement.
I don't know. He be passing the ball off
But
like
not in
across
this.
the
Not
court. Like he be doing some great passing, bro. Like I don't know if he not making great passes. They not gonna be fancy, but they clean. You know what I'm saying? Like so
but there's
but getting
levels
back.
to it.
Yo, like the
No,
What I
no,
mean, Breezy.
yeah,
Hold on. What I mean, Breezy. Like Shooter would never be a scorer like Cam Thomas. There's levels. Shooter is a scorer, but he's not gonna be a scorer like Cam
bro.
Thomas. Cam Thomas
If
is
I
not
could
gonna
get,
be a passer like Shooter. He just
bro,
though
he
it's
is,
just
bro.
nah.
He's a two guard, bro. If my two guard gave me 6 assists, I'm happy, bro.
I
I'm not
agree. That's what I'm
complaining.
saying, Breezy. I think that's where it's good. Is where it's a good point right there. I think that's where he stops right there. But I'm happy too. I'm just being realistic. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I don't think Cam Thomas will ever be no Chris Paul.
I don't see how y'all
Nah,
saying
we
he
don't
would
need him to
never
be.
be
Chris
when he
Paul played the
23
one.
years old.
Right.
Like he got the sky's the limit.
Right. Cam Thomas is. You talking about Chris Paul? Chris Paul was a one. He was a point guard. We all know
Yeah,
that.
I agree. I'm just
Chris
saying
Paul.
You
people got
see
to be
Do
realistic.
you
Yeah,
see
but
during the game Cam Thomas is on track to be the youngest person to score 30 points on the Nets? Like he 10 games behind, honestly, but he could do that 10 games in this season.
I agree,
what?
Jay. I'm just saying his
What?
makeup, the way he designed, is like he could be a great scorer. Like people got their makeup, bro. We all play ball before. I never like I'm a spot up shooter. I can't create my I can create my own shot, but not that good. You
No,
know what
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying
Everybody.
is
Right. But you comparing two guards to one guards. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
no, no. I'm just talking to like just in general people that be like, yo, when they
Bro,
critique
if
Cam
what I'm
Thomas,
saying to you, his natural position is a two guard. Any shooting guard in the NBA that's giving me 6 assists, I will take it any day of the week, bro.
I'm gonna take it. I'll take it too. I'm just speaking for others. You know what I mean? That's
no,
listening. That
I think he
expect them to
responding
be.
to what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is really, I feel like the more Cam Thomas is gets poised in these situations when he's drawing the two, he's going to be able to make the right pass the same way somebody like James Harden or Kyrie or somebody would do.
Or Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, the IQ. His
Yeah.
IQ goes
Yeah, his IQ is going to go up as time goes on. So he is going to be making better passes and getting more assists as time goes on. I feel like in the beginning of this game, he was definitely focused on passing the ball and not scoring. And towards the end, he was trying to get back in the scoring rhythm.
Right, and I'm not disputing that. I just think it's levels to passing. I don't even think Donovan Mitchell would hit either. That's what I'm saying. Like it's levels to passing that some of these players will never hit.
Well,
That's what.
Yeah,
That's,
no. Again, but I just want you to remember
But
that you
Schroeder not
still
that elite like
contrasting,
that.
yeah,
right?
yeah,
But you
yeah. I
still,
don't think Shooter's that elite like that. No,
yeah,
I don't.
You
you
said Cam
contrasting
Thomas
a
could
two
never
guard
get
to
to
a
that
point
level.
guard.
He's not elite like that. That Cam Thomas can never be on a passing level with Schroeder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
yeah.
but
saying
You're
it
right.
like he
I'll take
Magic
that. I'll
Johnson,
take
nigga.
that statement back. I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that
but you
statement
know
back.
what? But you know what? One of the things that we're sticking to the script with is we got to say it. Cam Johnson having another good showing, and that's what we
Yeah,
want.
yeah,
This is the best
yeah, that's true.
thing that happened to
yeah.
us is for him to
He is
keep
the king
scoring
of empty points,
points,
LBL.
huh?
He's the king of empty points, LBL. I
No,
feel like
the,
whenever he's leading the team and scoring, that's a game that you could chalk up as an L.
we're not talking about from the Brooklyn perspective. We're talking about from
Oh,
across the
okay.
league.
Got
So
you.
we want him to look as attractive as possible with all of these guys falling out. All of these injuries happening every freaking 3 day games and stuff. We want at some point somebody's gonna look at him and say, "Yo, that dude could shoot." Now, remember, did you hear that stat that they said about him in the fourth quarter? He had been previously 0 for 12. That was the first 3-pointer he hit in the fourth quarter. That was big for us. And what I'm
Mhm.
saying is, I'm not expecting him to help us.
Hold up, wait. He was, yo. I didn't even notice that's what they said, and that's what I've been saying about him. Clutch buckets is not his thing.
Yeah,
But
but I'm
that's not
saying
your
Right,
point. But
that
keep
was
going.
his first one he hit was
Yeah.
this game. But what I'm
right.
saying is, hopefully he'll hit a few more. It's not about the outcome. It's about whether he still looks good and whether it allows us to sell him as a package. Because I'm thinking right now that as these teams get more desperate later, if he's still scoring between 16 points or better, then that's what we need. And then they'll feel like, oh well, we could afford to do that. And we might have to attach some seconds. I'm not attaching any first, but if we attach some second round picks to him just to get him off, and maybe we can get a future first or something. That's all I care about. Just
Yeah,
to,
yo,
because
listen, the
and then
ball is
that's when
yeah,
the Zaire and all that stuff comes in. That's when the Clowney Zaire, they all start getting way more minutes without him on the team. Because right now he and DFS, they have to play. They have to play in order for other teams to see them.
yeah, nah. I listen. I'm with y'all. I'm just looking at the Bucks being 2-7, and it just is becoming more and more interesting for me. You know what I'm saying? I really think that this we're gonna get two lottery picks. I'm not. I think this Bucks pick is a lottery pick. Looking at the standings, the Celtics and the Cavs it's a big gap between 2 and 3. It's close between 1 and 2. Cavs is 11-0. Celtics 8-2. But the Knicks is third, and they 4-4. So, but that's for a 4-win difference. You know what I'm saying? The Hornets is the fourth team in with 4-5. The Pacers is fifth with the same record. 6, 7, 8, and 9. We all tied. Pistons, Bulls, Magic, and the Nets for 4 and 6. Listen, I'm not going in the. I wouldn't go to the free agency looking at this too. Like these players, I ain't trying to make no trades. I ain't trying to build with none of these players. I'm going straight to the draft. Get some what they call it, LBL, some young blood. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's what you call it.
and
The
also
I,
young
I
boys,
hope
huh?
I hope we
if
don't trade nobody before the Knicks game, man, because I feel like with this team going to the wire with the Celtics, with the Cavs, with the Nuggets, I feel like we could compete with pretty much any team. Not saying we're gonna win, but I feel like we could beat the Knicks.
oh
Yeah, they
definitely,
beatable,
And we
man.
could
They
fuck yo,
definitely
if we
beatable.
beat them back to back, because we played them back to back, y'all know that, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
and that
Friday
was
and Sunday,
already
I
a
believe.
If we could win both of those games, bro, I'm gonna be on cloud nine. And on
Mm-hmm.
top of that, I'ma know for a fact the only reason why we was losing because Mikael Bridges was on the
Hmm.
team.
Jay.
Right. Yo,
Jay,
the
I
last, the
ever
last part,
remember.
the what you said?
I said I don't ever remember in the history of Knicks Nets where we had back to back games at the Garden. They were setting that up for the Knicks to win.
Yeah, but
They was
Mhm.
thinking they didn't
I'm
know
not
how
scared of him at this
competitive it
point.
would be.
Yeah, no,
Now let's get that sweep. Let's
Yeah,
sweep them.
I'm not scared of him at
yeah,
this point.
yeah. Again, man. Just cause I'm petty, we could they 4-4, and I'm gonna just read off the stats of Macau Bridges when they lost, not when they won. Bear with me, bear with me. And just to kind of say that again, as much as they say, "Oh, we don't need him to do what he was doing," on the yada yada yada. Like, yeah, all right, yeah, yeah, talk that shit, but we fit in the seat because looking at their record, right? They 4-4, and the losses. One versus Atlanta, he played 39 minutes. He was 4 for 10, shot 2 for 7 from behind the 3-point line. That's 28%. He had 2 boards, 5 assists, a steal, 2 fouls, and 2 turnovers. Nasty work. In the next loss, he played 40 minutes with 6 for 14, 42%, 3 for 8 behind the arc, 3-point line, 37%, one free throw because he don't get to the basket. All the other 4 other games, he ain't getting no free throws. This dude does not get to the basket at all. It's just terrible.
He
Three
avoids
rebounds.
contact at all costs.
Right, 3 rebounds and 1 steal. He don't even belong on the Knicks. He just there because his friends there. Had 15,
Nah, he
15 points.
belonged there.
Hold on. Then in another loss to Cleveland, 9 for 15, 1 for 4 behind the arc, 25% for the 3-point line, 6 boards, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 steals, 4 fouls, 19 points. I'm not impressed. Hey,
Breezy, you
the,
trauma
the,
now. You giving me
the,
trauma because you know why? Last year at this time, now I don't know everyone on this panel for that long, but last year at this time, dudes was trying to shout me down saying, nah, that's all right. He's gonna be all of that. And I'm like, no, this dude, we need to trade him. The same way that we talking now, you know how we arguing tank, no tank, tank, no tank. It was the same thing last year, except for I was one of them saying we got to get rid of Bridges. And they was like, nah, he's a superstar. He's a superstar. So now
Mhm.
these people are still Nets fans. They didn't switch over to the Knicks. So now, all I'm trying to say is for them, for those people who last year were big up in Macau, it wasn't because, and like this is what I'm saying. It's not about, oh, I'm rooting for the front of the jersey, not the back. So blah blah blah. Nah, it's like your basketball acumen. You got to admit your basketball acumen was out of here. If you really thought that this dude was replacing KD, stop it. And now, and all I want is
That's funny.
public apology that I was right, that he wasn't all that.
All right, yo,
That's
Breeze, you
Listen.
got that public apology ready?
Hey,
As I
yo.
clear my throat. But listen, I was bamboozled, hoodwinked. You know what I mean? I
it
feel
is
like
straight.
you were like the 20 something games. I it was being a big fan, giving him extreme confidence. Saying that he loved the midi. He gonna get to the midi, and he just kept KD playbook. KD his favorite player, so he might as well just keep the playbook because he averaged 26.5 points with it. He comes into the next season taking more threes than twos, taking ill-advised, not even just 27 footers. I'm talking 30 footers, like yeah, like just jacking it up there. I'm just like the fucking audacity of this guy. You know what I'm saying?
But
And that's not the. And again, with KD playbook, there's a lot of scoring in the mid range, and he went away from that, and it hurt his offense. So yes, y'all have a public. All the Nets fans have a public apology, including LBL specifically. Have a public apology for me for saying that Mikal Bridges. I was part of the reason, part of the fans saying that we should call him Brooklyn Bridges. I apologize for that. He's more like a goddamn toll bridge opposed to a Brooklyn Bridge. You know what I'm saying?
and this is
So
what I was saying, and I
I
appreciate that.
apologize.
I appreciate that. But the thing that I was saying is, remember what I was saying before this season about Cam Thomas. I was saying, yo, this is his show and prove me year. Because just like you were saying all that about Bridges, you also were saying all that about Cam Thomas. And now that he's played himself into where he's markedly improved and he's improved all facets of his game. All I'm saying is I'm proud of him and I'm happy to be, like if I was doubtful of him, which I was, and which I still am not 100% with him. It's like I want him to prove me wrong, keep proving me. So by the end of and that's what I'm saying. I typed on Twitter today, yo, this dude is playing like he might be wanting to head to the All-Star game. And this is what I'm saying. That's what I want. I don't mind being wrong, but the thing is, when you're a long time suffering net fan, you don't listen to the smoke. You got to see the fire.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I want to say shout out to Gary for joining the panel. I did a actual video with him. Y'all should check it out. It's a good video. Talk to us, Gary, man. Just give us a quick commercial of what you got going on, your podcast and everything, and let us know what you're seeing tonight.
I got nothing but nets. Find it on YouTube. That's nothing NOTHI with an apostrophe. Nothing but nets. Covering the Nets. Try to go live after every game. I've been out of town the last couple of days though. Breezy, you want to go live with me tomorrow?
What time?
Like 3 o'clock your time.
3 o'clock. I'm gonna be at work. I could try to go live like on my lunch break. I could structure it around 3 o'clock. I mean, pending some shit happening at my job. Yeah, I'll be live with you. Yup.
All right, I'll send you. I'll send you a link on Twitter.
I'll
All
be
right.
watching.
All right, cool. Um, look, I'm loving what I'm seeing with the Nets, but we got a problem. We're too good to tank. And I don't want to cripple the progress of Cam. Cam Thomas is really playing like an all-star.
Sure.
Schroeder's playing well. Like I love what I'm getting out of Keon Johnson, Jalen Wilson. Look, I know some of you guys like Marks. I think Mark screwed this up. Like this is like a half-ass tank, And I know that LBL is all in for the tank, and this team right now playing Jordy's system isn't going to be one of the 2 or 3 worst teams in the league. I'm not saying we're going to be good, but we're too good to tank.
Yo,
And
but Gary, but Pete, we doing a good job if that was the case. We 4-6. Philly and fucking Milwaukee fucking it up. They not supposed to be this bad.
yeah, you think Philly and Milwaukee can turn around? Philly, I think Philly will win 48, 50 games. Milwaukee, I don't know. Like Milwaukee might be done.
Bro, but what about how you so confident in Philly? MB and Maxi is out right now.
Because they're not going to be out forever. Like I don't know what's going on with Embiid, but when Embiid plays, Philly's a damn good team, at least in the regular season. Max is an all-star. I'm not saying they're going to compete to win a title, but they're going to be a playoff team. Like they're not going to be a bottom dweller. Milwaukee might blow this thing up. Like I have a feeling, like Giannis is going to get traded. I don't know when. I don't know where. I don't think he finishes this year on Milwaukee.
I feel like
Yeah,
they're gonna make a trade,
you seen
another
him in
trade
that
before they
interview?
trade Giannis.
Yeah, that interview
And then
was
once Giannis wants to get
very
traded,
telling.
Dame's going to demand out too. So I think that thing is going to get blown up like KD and Kyrie. Like it's going to look totally different.
I
Interesting.
feel like they're gonna try to make a trade to appease Giannis before they actually trade Giannis.
They
But
can't.
I think
They
that's
can't.
their problem, Jay. They appeasing them, got Drew Holiday out of there, got the
No, you
coaches
right.
out of there.
And they're
Like,
You
old.
right.
They're
They don't
old.
You
have
right. I'm
nothing.
not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying I feel like. Well, I seen a couple reports around the league that they're looking to trade to make improvements to the team. Because you seen the other day when I think that they played the Celtics or the Cavs, one of those. But they were like Giannis and Dame was cooking. Dame hit 10 threes or some shit. Giannis had like 30 and they still lost. So it's the niggas around him. It ain't either one of them.
Yeah, but they don't have nothing to trade for. They don't have no picks. They don't
That's a
have
fault.
nothing.
That's a
Yeah.
fault. I
Right.
was thinking
Well,
maybe it might be like one of them old type like star trades. Like maybe they might move him because remember, Giannis is the franchise wherever he goes. And if there's a team out there that's really, like they're okay, but they don't really have a star, like their star is still not a well-known star. Say like a De'Aaron Fox.
Zion.
No, say like a De'Aaron Fox. Sacramento might say, "Yo, we'll take Giannis and we'll give you him rather than paying Fox, who's he'll be a free agent soon, right? In another year. It's like we'll take Giannis and we'll give you, two of our best players or something, and then we'll have Mike Brown work with Giannis and stuff. So sometimes some things like that might be on the table. It's not always just like the biggest teams. It's those teams that really want to make a splash because whoever gets Giannis is gonna be in the top 10 of jersey sales.
So
It
so
got to be someone like that.
what I was saying is they can't they
So
don't
it's always
they don't have
about the
nothing
money.
to trade to help him out. To get somebody on their roster, they're gonna have to move one of them guys. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna have to break it up because they can't get
That's what I'm
nobody in
saying.
there.
Maybe because he handles the ball and everything, maybe they give the Bucks Fox and another starter or something, and some
nah.
picks.
I think Giannis' last power there is one. You gotta realize they dealing with Giannis complaining about how things are going, but he changed things for to not work for them not to be more than just what they are as a one championship friend. I mean, through Giannis, they whole system basically when Drew they dismantled it, and they never give accountability to Chris Middleton being ineffective because he's hurt a lot of the times. So they don't have a healthy Middleton, and that's the elephant in the room. Giannis is loyal to Middleton, in my opinion. And how long could you be loyal to an injured player? Even if you saying when he's out there, he helping you compete and win. If his availability is now on the putting that on the
It's his
scale.
worst ability.
They can't move.
Yeah,
They couldn't
you know
move.
what I'm saying?
They couldn't move
That's
Middleton.
his worst ability, Breeze.
Middleton's got max. They can't move him.
See, but that's just what I'm saying. They can't move that contract because it's too big. Nobody gonna want somebody that's an injured player. Like you said, Jay, best ability is availability. So
And that's his
his
worst ability.
right, and he's not going to be someone that it's easy for the Bucks to move, so they got to deal with him. So Giannis is trying to do his best as he could without Middleton, but he's seen that how impactful Middleton is to Giannis, doing what he can do. Like you really can't double middle. I mean, you can't double Giannis to make you want to or need to if you're a defense. If Middleton is right there playing the 1-2 game with him because Middleton could knock down that open midi or open 3-pointer, or he could get to the basket. But that
Yeah,
being said, with him not being there, it's easier to double Giannis, especially if you got Dame Lillard not coming downhill like a Drew Holiday, getting to the lob or pick and roll, or at least making it a threat. It's like Dame get around that screen for three. Like,
yeah. But
nigga.
let me ask Gary this, because since he mentioned Giannis is getting traded, because one of the big holes with Giannis getting traded is like this big draft coming up, right, where they have all these prospects. So normally I would say someone like Portland would come calling for Giannis, right? Because Portland, they've been sputtering for years now. They still got all them young guys in there that, young players who maybe Doc would prefer to have rather than the established star, right? So it's funny though, but it's like, and that would be crazy if some of his teammates ended up joining Dame over there in Milwaukee. But what I'm saying is, but remember, Milwaukee is home of Nike, right? So what I'm saying is, it's got to be a small market that wants Giannis
What
because
you
Giannis is
said?
already a star.
Nike is in Oregon.
Yeah,
Nike's in Oregon, yeah.
yeah. So
Portland's in
that's what
Oregon,
I'm
yeah.
saying.
Portland, yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's Portland,
That's
Oregon. So
What?
what I'm saying is, wherever Giannis goes, I don't think it might be like to the Lakers or the Golden State. I
What
feel
about
like,
the Knicks though? Yeah, LB.
oh,
he
I
don't
think,
want to go to the Knicks. He want to come to
oh
Brooklyn. He
no,
said
no,
it.
that's a possibility because
I want
of
him here.
Cat.
The
I
Knicks
think
got it. Like they could trade. They
they could
could
trade
trade
Cat.
Cat and OG, and there's your money swap right there.
Yeah, even though they don't really have. So what they're so what is Milwaukee selling their fans? They're getting the lesser player, but
There,
what
so
are they selling their fans?
I mean, it's a rebuild, but it's not a hard
We
rebuild, right? You're
we
getting
won
Cat, you're
already.
getting
We ain't
OG.
about to win right now. That's what they better be selling their fans.
Let
The
me
Brooklyn
But
Nets.
usually it has to be something towards the future as well. So, but the Knicks don't have picks, right?
Breezy. Let me ask you this: if I
Yeah.
said Portland right now has Dame, OG, and Cat, is that a playoff team? It's a playoff.
Portland?
Yeah. No. If Milwaukee,
Milwaukee.
if the Knicks traded, if Milwaukee traded Giannis to the Knicks, right, for Cat and OG, and Milwaukee has Dame, OG, and Cat in their starting five, is that a playoff team for Milwaukee?
Maybe.
Dame, OG, and Cat. I
Yeah.
still you got more wing defense with OG, but you lack a lot of offense. And if Dame is your main guy for offense, you ain't gonna win. You've seen that in Portland.
You got Cat though. You got
Cat,
Dame
Cat
and
Cat
Cat.
is off.
yeah, and then if you got Cat as the main guy as your center, it wasn't successful in Minnesota. I doubt it would be successful in Milwaukee. Cat being the fucking center for the Knicks is a mistake. He's supposed to be the four. or at least have somebody like Randall who's the 4 and then he's the 5. Because now you got somebody that's gonna go downhill. Cat want to fucking spread the floor like a small forward.
I'd say maybe
So
playoff
no,
game.
I don't think it's. I'll give you a play in playoff team, but the
Probably like
contend for a
probably
championship,
like
no, hell no.
4th to 5th. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're a playoff team with that. I think they can make it.
Then do you trade Dame too? If you're gonna be a playing team, if you're gonna be like, let's say the 7 seed, do you trade Dame too?
Yeah, trade Dame. Dame ain't do shit in the playoffs. He came here. He came
but
to the
see,
Bucks. He got hurt in the playoffs, and at the end of the day, he got his ass bust by Tyrese Halliburton in the play-in. I mean, the season play-in type shit, whatever that is, in season tournament.
this
And he was talking shit like, "Oh, you gotta respect your elders because you know how karma is. It'll come back to you." And he got his ass bust by the same team in the playoffs. I would trade his ass. Fuck out of here.
but who
No,
wants him?
I'm glad
Who
he ain't
wants
come to the
You can
Brooklyn Nets.
trade Dame. You could trade him to a contender. Someone will roll the dice on him. He's Dame. Like I'm a big Dame
Miami.
guy. I know he's not what he used to be, but it's
Miami, maybe, yeah.
it's still dollar Dame. Miami. What about Indiana? They need someone to go with Halliburton.
They need a 2 guard. It's
What
not.
about Orlando?
I
They need
think Orlando. Yeah, I would say Miami, Orlando could use Dame. Maybe even a Western Conference team. Somebody like the Pelicans. They got Murray, so not the
Eskimo.
Pelicans. But
You know, it works
Well,
with
hang on. No, check this out. What about if they McCollum,
The
and
Thunder.
TJ and Ingram for Dame? Is that too much?
I don't know. I know we're gonna get that 5th to 10th draft
Yeah,
pick,
because
bro.
they already got DeJounte, so they probably wouldn't want Dame.
Oh,
You know what I
that's
mean?
true. That's too much. You're right. You're right.
Well, I was thinking about Giannis to the Thunder. They got mad
Giannis.
assets.
You get all the picks. You could do that.
Yeah, they got mad assets.
that could take them over the top.
Yeah, nah. I think they done built what they built to have a player like that disassemble everything that they built because you gotta trade players. Bucks definitely want some players back for
Yeah, but
Giannis.
but if they keep Chet, they keep Shea, that's the 2 main guy, and they keep Williams.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the Nets? What if I gave you Claxton, Cam Johnson? I gave you your pick back, right? Your pick that I have, and then I gave you some future picks.
Nah.
Nah, he hurt Kyrie. He gonna want to bring his brother.
Remember,
And
OKC won 50-something games, man.
Well,
They're
listen.
close. They're close.
Nah.
We ain't close.
Nah, he
Come
gonna.
here. He said he wants to come here.
So what? He want to come in because he know we got all that cap space. Yeah,
If
all of
Claxton,
the teams is gonna come in.
Claxton don't
Dwight
start
Howard wanted to
contesting
come
some
here.
layups, I might entertain it.
It's just like
He let
you
Jason
know.
Tatum run through the lane. He let Garland run through the lane tonight. I'm a Claxton fan, but that pissed me off both times.
Yeah, I don't think Giannis is a good fit here, man. Because every time we lose, I'm gonna blame Giannis, bro. Like
Well,
every
okay,
time.
you keep your pick, right? You keep your so you bring Giannis here, you sit him a little bit, you get him healthy, right? You still pick in the lottery, and now you pair that
Well,
lottery pick
wait, is
with
Ben
Cam
Simmons in
and
that
with
trade?
Nah.
well, Simmons comes off
If
the
Ben
book anyway.
Simmons is in that trade,
If they'll take him, they'll take him.
Yeah, but Giannis is not gonna tank. He'll be complaining the whole time.
He want to win. He just got
And
what
he
they
bringing his
need.
brother. Y'all forget that he bringing his brother.
the first rule is his brother cannot come. That's the first rule. It's
That's
different
in
in
the
Brooklyn.
clause,
This ain't
right?
Minnesota. Yeah, this is not Milwaukee, wherever the fuck you just came from. You're not bringing your brother.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker for Giannis, man.
Well, the deal broke.
I don't really want Giannis either. Like I'm not saying I'm just saying it's a possibility. I'm just laying out possibilities. I
just
wouldn't make
think
a trade.
I think because he's a star already, that the teams that would be most interested in him are those teams that are in smaller markets but winning. So the
It's a
OKC
real
makes
Sean
sense.
Marks
I
thing to
forgot
do.
somebody
Trade
was up
all
here
your
saying
picks.
that Sean Marks love Giannis.
Yeah, so
Somebody
it's a
that's
Sean
like,
Marks thing to do is trade all those picks you got for Bridges and trade them for Giannis, who's 31 years old. Like it's a Sean
and
Marks
I
thing to
don't
do.
want that, but
I don't want
No.
it either.
you just got to think about what these guys really going to do sometimes.
Nah, but
Nah, Sean Marks. I mean, my thing is Sean Marks seeing a back to the basket player. I wouldn't necessarily call Giannis a back to the basket player. He's a move out the way or get dunked on type of player. And on top of that, he played defense side of the ball too. So it's not that he not a good player, but with Sean Marks seeing successful from a big man was Tim Duncan. You know, he's seen it happen. So I would think that he would get a back to the basket player. You know what I mean? I'm surprised that that's not a focal point, and I think maybe it is in this next draft for Sean Marks. I
man,
don't,
how can
and
you say
Not
that?
always
land up.
like that
I,
anymore. It's
How
not.
can you
I,
say that? And we had
what,
Jalil and we
what,
had LaMarcus Aldridge. We had back to the
bro?
basket guys.
Stop it, bro. We had LaMarcus Aldridge for 17 minutes, bro.
And he
Like
was
he was
21
not.
years old. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
like
he
he
was still
wasn't here for
effective.
long, bro.
He was
And
still
when he was
effective.
here, LBL, he was successful. Yeah, he was hooping with us. Anytime he was in the lineup, he played well, but he had a heart murmur, something,
Yeah, but
remember?
then he played after us.
Yeah, but how much we couldn't get the most out of him for what he was in his career. We got the shell of LaMarcus Aldridge. Sound like we
And
got him at his prime and no
The
shit like
ghost
that.
of
the
Lamarcus Aldridge.
Okafor never played.
Word.
But I got a question though. I just got a question about what you guys told me before. Is like, if you're the Bucks and you're trying to trade Giannis, especially in this new CBA, what you're probably looking for is flexibility and like to get young assets for you to like, kind of win towards the future, because the Bucks don't have their draft pick until like 2030 something.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would you trade that for OG, who's owed over $200 million, and is showing you that he can't really average more than 14, and you're gonna trade him for Cat, who, as good as Cat is, Cat still has a bad contract for this new CBA. He's owed like
Yeah.
50, then damn near 60. So it's like, how are you gonna sell that to your fans if you're in Milwaukee?
I don't think you can, but I think what you're talking about is, yeah, it would have to be OKC or it would have to be Houston. Houston has a lot of young players you could sell to them, right? And then they have a veteran coach, right, that could get Giannis back on track, and they still have enough talent where even if you trade half of Houston with Giannis is still a dangerous team.
Yeah, yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
hold on. Jay, are you a content creator?
Nah, I'm not. But nah,
Oh, okay. Nah, I was just gonna say, just give us a commercial if you was. But shout out to you. This your first time on the panel?
nah. I came here before. I came here before. It was like this is during summertime when y'all were like going off about Cam Thomas versus Mikal Bridges. Now, I
Yeah.
appreciate this show because a lot of these Nets spaces right now is all about tank and tank this and tank that. And it's like, it's kind of killing the fabric of basketball. So that's
Mm.
why you like, yeah, like usually post games, like I tune into your channel because, it's still, it's like still about Brooklyn basketball. It's not about these agendas that people just want to prove their point. So I appreciate that about this show. You know what I'm
Word.
saying? But yeah, yeah, but to just put my 2 cents in about the Nets and everything
Mm.
like that, I just see like this, like first off, this offense and the way this team looks with Jordy is just phenomenal. I can't remember the last time I was this hyped about just having a head coach going forward like this, because even with Kenny, it took a while, but it's like, but I just kind of seek. I don't know how we I don't know how we grow with Claxton. And I like Claxton. Like I do. I remember when he was signed, he put up a picture of the Brooklyn Bridge. Like I love shit like that. So I fuck with Claxton, but it's like I
Facts.
see I see a lot of Jordy's offense that if we had a scoring center, that shit would be deadly. Like if we had a
Yeah.
center that could actually attack the basket and could actually be a threat to score, like this would take this like it will almost put us, even if he's not an all-star, it will make the Nets at least a playoff team just because of how good of a coach Jordy is and what he can do with just like, with players that know how to play the game the right way. So I like Claxton. It's been a couple of years. He still really hasn't developed a confident offensive game. And that's the thing. You don't have to be the best offensive player, but at least be confident in what you're doing offensively. And I still see Claxton is not there yet. Hopefully he gets there. But yeah, that's all I see.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
mean
We
you
need
make a
somebody
valid
who know
point.
how to throw a lob. Nobody know how to throw a lob, and we need to see more Cam and Clax pick and rolls because Cam can throw Clax, but
Yeah. Yeah,
Cam,
no, too.
a
Jay,
couple years ago, Clax led the league in field goal percentage, but that's when we had people on the team that knew how to throw a lob.
but
Right.
Jay, can't build an offense on your center just getting lobs. That lob city, look, that didn't even work for them, right?
But
They
it would have worked if Clax could hit his free throws LBL. I think it would work. But the
Nah,
fact that
because
he can't knock
look
down
at
free throws make it
now
tough.
look at the Clippers. They were lob city for all that time, and basically Claxton is, what DJ was, right? DJ, nobody could get in his way. He was dunking. He was averaging double doubles all the time, right? But once the playoffs came and then it became a half court game, they ain't giving you all them lobs. And then once they did that, DJ had no post game. Blake Griffin had no post game, and then they had to rely on freaking Reddick missing jumpers, and it was all on CP3. So that's why they could never get out. That's why they never won.
Yeah, nah, but yeah, shout to that. But I wanted to kind of rewind it to what Jay was saying. Yeah, again, you're gonna get opposing views on this page without it being a disrespectful thing because I think that's where you get the greatest conversation. Because ultimately, as fans, we want to see the Nets win, right? So it's just the how to get there. And to your point, you got to be building winning culture by talking about winning and how to win. And for what it's worth, maybe we should have confidence in a front office about what happens in the draft because we don't all watch college basketball. So we can't say that, oh, these top three players are leaps and bounds and heads and shoulders above all these other players. You know what I'm saying? If you don't watch college basketball, how could you critique all the other players outside of the top three? You feel what I mean? So it's not necessary for us to lose, in my opinion, but I entertain it because Ruckus is in the Brooklyn Nets backyard. Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper going there. The Brooklyn Nets would have to be silly not to pay attention to what's going on with Bailey and Dylan Harper, and you know what I mean. Try to be in the run-ins for that, but I don't think it's necessary. You know what I'm saying? Based on what I heard from like LM and other people who watch college basketball, they basically saying like this draft is going to be loaded. And we've seen this front office get talent, i.e. Cam Thomas, Daron Sharp, Noah Clowney, Jalen Wilson, out of late in the draft. So I don't think we in the 20s, regardless of how we end up this year. I don't think we're going to be in the 20s. I think we're going to be in the teens. I think our Nick pick probably going to be in the high teens, like 19. That Buck pick and our pick, I would think both of them are top 10. So, as much as I thought that this would be a disappointing season, the recap's been fun. Watching the games been fun, and seeing us compete is great. 32 and 50 was hard to. It was hard to recap that. I'm not saying we're gonna be better than that this season, but to see us out there actually forming an identity from style play from the head coach, yeah, I would say as a fan, I'm okay. I'm a happy fan. You know what I mean? I'm
So
good.
let me ask
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
Let me give
Doing
you
the
a
draft breezy.
hypothetical,
I feel
Breezy.
like, can I say one thing for y'all go quick? I feel like we're seeing like the same or similar things from game to game. Like last year, I feel like shit was real wacky what was happening. Like I said it the other day, Doc Vaughn said we was going to be a defensive team, but then we were scoring a lot of points and playing no defense. Like it was weird. But now you're seeing the defense, you're seeing the growth from game to game, playing the same style of basketball. Like Breezy. Yo.
Yo.
Oh no, go ahead, go ahead. I was waiting for y'all to
Hey,
I know
I
y'all
was
all
done. I
wanted
was
to
just
say what I was gonna
oh,
say.
okay. So
I was just waiting for y'all to
I'll add on this. If we win 32 games, even Mark's got to be fired.
This is a half-ass tank. Like you gotta you gotta be hot or cold here. Like, are we gonna try to win?
Nah, but Gary, see, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt in terms of not like I want to win. I wanted to win tonight. I want to win those 2 games with the Knicks because it builds up, like what we're saying, the character and development. But then all of a sudden, and we haven't traded our vets yet, but we have to see what the team will look like after we've traded a few of our vets and after we run into our first real losing streak, after other teams get finally healthy. We have to see what our teams look like. So you try to get your wins now because later is going to come, that's when people are really setting in. And what I'm saying is, we don't have to, like I do want to have one of the worst 4 records or whatever. I do want to have that.
I don't
But
think you're gonna.
I want it to take time.
Like, we're not gonna be good. We're not gonna make the playoffs. But like, look, I agree with you. If we can beat the Knicks, like I'm a Texas fan. Like even when Texas was bad, as long as we beat Oklahoma, season was okay, right?
Yeah.
Like if we beat
Oh
the
man.
Knicks and lose, if we go 4-0 against the Knicks and lose every other game, I'm cool with it. Like,
Yo, how many people have said that on this show? That shit is a fucking a line, a
That's a
repetitive.
mantra right now.
The
Right.
question, right? The question that everyone's asking, because it seems to be like, is Jordy just too good of a coach, right? Is he coaching these guys too well that they playing above what we thought most fans thought they would be? You know what I mean? Like, is he the problem of us not looking like a tanking team?
if we had Jordy last year, we're a playoff team.
Definitely.
Man, if Mikal Bridges, I got a hot take.
Go ahead.
Yo, is Cam Johnson who niggas thought Mikal Bridges was, man? Should Mikal Bridges have not been getting those minutes? Cam Johnson should have been getting those shots that Mikal Bridges was getting, making us.
Yo.
And really, I feel like Cam Thomas. It should have been the Cam and Cam show last year, and Mikal Bridges should have been third option.
But
Cam
remember,
and Cam starting to watch.
Part of the problem was Cam Johnson couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah, that was part of it. But different coach.
Remember, Bridges
But
didn't
still,
miss
I'm
a
just
game.
talking about the
Bridges
roles
never
too,
missed
though.
a game. Bridges has never missed a game in his career.
He need to miss a game.
He should have missed a few.
Injury though. He should just take a game off, just relax. Just not
Seriously, it's not. Yeah, it's not that like.
It's selfish. It's selfish to keep playing every single game, even when you know you're not at your best.
People are trying to make
Right.
it sound like it's Cal.
That's the thing, bro. He don't be at his best. He be hurt. He be trying. I understand trying to play through an injury, but it's like, bro, if you're impeding the progress of the team, sit your dumb ass down.
100%.
But I would say one of the things is, like I still say, because, of course, like Gary said, I'm all for the tank, but I'm still for building culture. And I think 2 things can be done at once, that you can tank and you can still build the culture. If we know that Jordy is here, and Gary, before you came on, Breezy played some of Jordy's post conference, right? And where he took complete 100% accountability. So that's what I'm saying. That's still building. That's going to have him win his locker room. He's going to keep his locker room that way. And so even when you're losing, he's putting, and that's to soften the blow. Because remember how mad we all were tonight? That's to soften the blow. Yo, it's on me, fellas. I'm sorry, it's on me. And that's what a good coach does. But what I'm saying is, we could still lose. And once we get rid of these veterans, we are going to lose more than we win. But it's okay, because what we're trying to do, we got our own 2 picks back for a reason. We didn't make that trade just to have a pick for the year. We didn't have it just to have the 15th pick. No, we need a super lottery pick.
Yeah, I understand.
No, go ahead. That's all.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. So let's say we pick 8, Milwaukee picks 10, and the Knicks pick 19. Let's hypothetically, right? Would you trade those picks if the season doesn't go as bad as y'all think, and we pick 8, not 3 or 2 or 1? Would you package those picks together to get back into the top 5 and try to get that star?
Probably so. I
Nobody's
probably
trading.
would.
Nobody's trading those picks to get it. No
If
one's
I give
giving
you
up their
3
top
first
five.
rounders, you're not gonna trade.
No one's giving no top 5. No one's giving that
If
up.
I
If
give
you
you
in the
8 and
top
10,
5,
you
you
won't give me
staying there.
5. If I give you 8 and 10, hypothetically.
Oh no,
5 or
quantity.
4.
3 picks for 1 pick. Somebody might take that.
No, because whoever's at the top, one of them top guys in the top 5, you're not gonna want to miss out. You know what I mean? You're not gonna want to miss one of them guys.
Eskimo, ask
But
him if Atlanta regrets trading Luca.
Yeah,
They
but
got
that's
2 picks for him.
they wanted Trey. That's why they made the pick, because they were going to take Trey anyway.
I
They
don't think
wanted
they
Trey.
ever saw Luca play. That's
I
why.
don't think so either. I don't think so. But they were going to
They
take
got
Trey. And that's
him
why
and
Mark's like,
they
just
got him
trade
and
me the
Hunter,
pick.
right? They
Yeah,
got him and Hunter, right?
yeah.
That's an awful trade.
But so what it was, they were going to take Trey and not pick anyway. And Mark Cuban was like, just trade me the pick because you're going to take Trey anyway, and I'm going to give you next year another pick. So they're like, okay, what do I don't lose anything, because they were going to take Trey anyway.
And look at the 2 franchises. Look at the
Yeah,
difference
you got
between the
that
2.
right. You got that right.
Yeah, but I just
It's
think overall, I really feel overall like this front office is more is I think they're more heavy set on just building a culture than it is like just like picking an agenda, like losing on purpose or doing that. I think like later on the season, they're gonna start resting guys, and don't be surprised if a lot of these vets end up staying and resigning, because the fact that Jordy said something very big, and it actually reminded me of my college days and just um watching basketball for a while. He said, "We're gonna work so hard to the point where like it becomes a habit," and it's like you can't do that with a bunch of young guys, because they're gonna lose their spirit if the losing just keeps piling on. So, but it's like when you have veterans like DFS, Cam Johnson, or even the Ben Simmons, is like that kind, like those kind of people are what keeps the spirit and what keeps the culture going in the locker room. And I think honestly, like let's be real, like the Brooklyn Nets came to Brooklyn in what 2012, this and that, like a, us having a culture is bigger than anything, especially a Brooklyn grit culture. That's how you win in New York. You win in New York by having a tough ass team. That's just how it is. Like, like to be a good basketball team in New York, you got to be tough as a motherfucker. Like the same way the Nets played the first game of the season, hard fouls, all of that stuff, diving into the floor, all that dirty plays. Like that's how you got to play. And it's like I just think that we're underestimating what it is to actually build the right culture. Forget the seeding, all that stuff like that. Like, yo, we can't guarantee us getting a top 5 pick, but let's just hone in on what we can guarantee. And I think that's where Sean Marks and the front office mindset is at. Like, we're gonna do what we can control, and what we can control is a team that plays fucking hard 24/7 all the time.
Right now, I mean, to your point, our highest draft pick right now is Zaire Williams with 10, I think. And you know what I'm saying? He's getting the opportunities to do what he could do. But case in point is Jordy Fernandez is working with a 10th, Clowney 21st, I believe, and Clax 20, I mean, and Cam Thomas 27th. But to your point about what you said earlier about working with a big, he's seen that, and it's a bonus when he was the assistant coach with the Sacramento Kings. I'm pretty sure Jordy Fernandez is interested in having a player with playing with his back to the basket. You really don't got that with CJ, DFS, Clax, or Clowney. So, he don't have that as an option for his X's and O's to draw up plays. Case in point is bonus was passing out of doubles in the post. That creates spacing for your jump shooters. You feel what I'm saying? You could do a lot if your big is drawn or gravitating that kind of defense towards him. You got 2 guys coming in the post. Somebody he could find somebody. You could find jump shooters that way. So maybe Jordy
The reason why
Fernandez will go to look for a power forward or a center that play with his back to the basket in the draft. We keep talking about Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper. That's a small forward and a point guard, and rightfully so. We talking about them. But maybe with that Bucks pick or that Knicks pick, we look for a player that play with his back to the basket.
You think Jordy is trying
Absolutely.
to do that? because I feel like Jordy wants to play fast. So it's not like post play kind of slow up the game. I don't think that's what he's looking to do. That's why I was
But
talking about emphasizing the lobs and shit like that earlier. Not saying that what you're saying isn't a good idea. It just
Let him
don't
go.
look like that's the trajectory of what he's trying to do. He wants to play faster and not slower.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
I
but
think
you,
he's doing
let
that
him
because of the
finish.
players he has right now. I think
but it would be that would make us one dimensional. We gotta be able to do both. We gotta be able to
absolutely.
play at half court and full court. Full court is the fast pace, running for the alley oop type shit like that. Yeah, but you need that half court set, and
But
you
even in the
know,
half court, it looked
Jay,
like what
I
he be trying
answered.
to do. Hold up. Even in half court, it looked like what he be trying to do is draw. Like when he be trying to draw up plays to confuse the defense, get somebody open, get a three. He said he wants to shoot 53 pointers a game. He don't want to shoot post up.
Right.
I mean,
But
I don't. Me
but
personally,
not.
like even if they
So
you
post
don't
up,
have
he
the
want them to
personnel.
post up and
Yeah, they
chase
don't
the
got the
ball out.
personnel. Like I
Yeah,
feel like it's just because they
yeah.
don't got the personnel. Like he's just going by his strength, and right now his strength are his guards, and them penetrating and creating outside shots. But if you look at the way Claxton is playing, you see a lot of Sabonis in what Sabonis doing in Sacramento. I mean, he's not as good, but you kind of see a Claxton, especially with the dribble handoff and him trying to set like you see a lot of what Jordy had Sabonis doing in Sacramento. So I think like what Breezy's saying, he will try to look for a post player because just to mix it up a little bit and stuff like that.
right.
Jay,
That's
Okay.
I was
Jay,
gonna
I
say.
promise you that Jordy would trade 2 Claxtons for 1 Mobley. I promise you that. And that's what I'm saying. When you have so let's not get caught up in all just the athleticism because I'm saying a Mobley, even though they weren't playing run, they have the guards to run, right? And then they have Allen and they have Mobley. But I'm saying you gotta look, the playoffs is about being able to be versatile, especially in the half court. And if you can't
Mhm.
play half court basketball, that was the knock on Ben. So what I'm saying is you gotta have half court. And in the half court game, it's hard, if you don't have a Mobley or someone like that.
Well, what I was gonna say is, yeah, he is gonna look for someone, and it's around like why he said Ben Simmons is like the fit for the team because if you look at Giannis, you look at Ben, you look at Joker, anybody that's like within that range, well, Joker can't really run the floor like that. But if you can get to a certain spot on the floor and pass out of those things, or you could create like LBL saying, you could create for yourself in half court. It still speeds up the offense because cutters, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So he make it look fast. He make it look fast, but transition. That's why he likes Ben and that's why I say you lose transition with Schroeder, but you gain half court offense. You know what I mean? So
And
he's
if
gonna look for somebody like in between those type guys that can do all those things in one. Like
and
the
if
dude. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you look at Milwaukee, remember they had Giannis for a while. It was when they made that Brook Lopez trade because Brook Lopez saved them in some of those playoff games when they couldn't deal with him down low, and he could be the trailer and hit the three. So a lot of time, it's just now he's just old. He's freaking 36 years old, so he's not the same player anymore. But you need that half court player to give you stability and foundation.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to people in there that's come on down. He said, but with Jordy running this, I feel pretty confident that Nets can win a chip by the year 2029, 2030. Who knows, man?
I'll say
You
20.
know, but I would like to see him be our coach by then too.
Right.
A lot of these
When's the last time we
franchises.
had a coach that lasts that long?
Right, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these franchises they identify with the
Kenny
best
Atkinson.
player or this and that, and they build around a player. I like franchises that build around a coach, and I think the Nets are finally one of those teams that's building around a coach. Even seeing Kenny Atkinson coach the Cavaliers, them jumping out to 11-0 start. I'm be honest, I wasn't really surprised. I really wanted to beat them tonight, but them playing well because I contributed to Kenny Atkinson being the head coach over there. Not to say that they didn't have a good head coach with JB Bickerstaff, because I thought he was a good head coach too. But I don't know. I think
He coaching
Kenny Atkinson
the
worked well
Pistons.
with bigs, man. I think he got Evan Mobley with a breakout year this season for real.
Well, I agree with you as far as starting with, starting the culture with the coach, but you need talent because I'm gonna tell you, Riley ain't winning unless he got talent. Like Phil Jackson has never won a championship unless he had, at least two of the
Michael or
top five
Kobe.
players.
Yeah.
So you need talent. So you could set the culture and all that stuff, but and that's good for right now, the foundation. But we need talent and we need top of the draft type talent because
But
almost every team wins with that.
basketball is a team sport. You need all of that. You need coaching. You need talent. You need offense. You need defense. You need it, like it. You got to play the whole game. In order to win in this league, you got to be a complete team.
Nah, that's a fact. We finna to close out soon. But to before we close out, everybody can answer the question for themselves because it's still a confusing one. I'll probably pick up where I left off tonight with Gary tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Tomorrow also I'm gonna try to cover the Rutgers game. Try to recap it, try to watch it and recap it. See what happens with Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey and the rest of the team. But for now, we got three. Guess it now. Tanking, play in, or playoff team. What are we? We gonna start with Gary, man. Talk to us, Gary.
I'm gonna say tanking, but we're not. It's gonna be like last year. It's gonna be 28, 30 wins. It's not gonna be bottom of the barrel. It's not gonna be the Pistons. It's not gonna be the Wizards.
Okay. All
Hey,
right,
don't
that's fair.
sleep on the Pistons, man. The Pistons look like they starting to
You're right
play
about that.
good together.
It's not
And
gonna be the
not for
Wizards.
nothing, teams can't be trash forever. Like, but they looking like they playing good together. Ain't that team been together like 3-4 years now?
They've been together a
Yeah,
while, but Washington Wizards disagree with you that they can't be trash forever.
yeah.
Heard you.
Right. Right. They in
Shout out
basketball
John
hell.
Wall. Shout out John Wall.
Or I don't think I'd be a big fan. My name would be miserable fan Breezy if I was a Washington Wizard fan. That shit terrible. Word. Yeah, thanks, Jay. But all right, LBL. What would you, if you had to call it down? What are we taking? Playoff or playing team?
Definitely tanking.
Okay. All right. All right. What about you, Jay? How you feel? Not this
You
is
already know.
JTV, but the
Oh,
not the
oh,
the other
my
the
fault. My
new
fault.
team.
Yeah, I would say it's tough. It's tough, but I would say tanking just because of the fact that I think the way we have our two guards play, Dennis and Cam, they're putting up so much minutes, so much like heavy usage is like once they eventually have to like God forbid sit out with an injury or like like give them a rest. I think you will see this team struggle, and it's like yeah. So I just think eventually like we're gonna rest our guards, and that's when the team is gonna start like losing a lot. But it depends because I don't know because if this team really goes on a run, I could see something to the point where it's like they don't want to mess it up and they want to keep it going. So, but honestly, I would say tank. I would say tank.
Hey Breezy, read that chat.
Yo, with the one that's up there.
Yeah.
He said, "We seriously shout the people in there and just come on down." He said, "We serious need to go on a long losing streak. Currently at 2. I am rooting for every losses, even though I fucking hate so much when my beloved Nets lose.
That's how
No,
I feel.
no, peoples, no. We're not gonna do that.
The
I ain't
last part I
listen.
meant,
Listen, my Nets fan spirit done took too much torment to just root for losing. It's one thing to
Right.
have my net fan spirit tough enough to endure the losing, but
Mm-hmm.
to embrace it and enjoy it and fucking clink glasses with you guys, hell no. Like
Facts.
this,
Facts.
I'm not doing
12 and
all of
70
that.
team is saying, hold my beer.
Yeah, nah, listen, man. They can say whatever they gonna say, man. All I know is that watching it thus far in these first 10 games being 4-6, it don't give me a tanking vibe. It gives me a
Respect,
If
respect.
all we need is one or two more pieces type of energy, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel
But
like we
but they
far
saying
off from
we need
being
the
a
tank to
great
get them
team.
pieces.
That's fool's gold, though, if you think, because remember, all the people who were shouting out Macau were saying, all we need is one more star.
Nah, Mikhail is trash. Mikhail, why you? I already apologized, man. Why you
I'm just
gotta keep
saying,
doing this, brother?
we not one star away.
Uh, I don't know,
I don't
man.
know. I don't know. If we had one star in all of these games that we lost in the fourth quarter, I think that one star would have pushed us over that hump. To get, so if we did have
This
a star,
this same team with Kevin Durant, this ain't no.
right? He
Yeah,
should
man.
have, bro. But
I,
we
that's
can't
what
get
I'm
into
gonna
that.
say. We had Kevin Durant and we had Kyrie and we got swept.
That's true. Thanks for the reality check. But yeah, nah, I don't think this is the same team that got swept because
It ain't the same
uh
coach, that's for sure.
exactly that's what I was about to say. And with that same roster that we got swept with Katie and Kyrie, Jordy Fernandez ain't getting swept. No fucking way. No way. I
But
can't.
I'm gonna put a little bit of that though on freaking KD
Nash.
because
No, it's on
I'm
Nash.
gonna put it on KD too
It's
though.
on Nash for
When
sure.
your coach is like that, you supposed to be like, nah, fuck that. I ain't losing anyway.
But they were both checked out. Like at that series, both KD and Kyrie were both checked out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
that's on them. That's
Yo,
why
Yeah,
pause,
but
pause.
that's why Denver never won. Because if you ever watch any of that Gills Arena and you listen to Kenyon Martin and you listen to what they talking about, it's like the whole team hated George Carl. And so as talented as they were trying to win despite their coach. And it's hard to win like that. It's hard to win like that.
that's what I'm saying. Nash was not equipped for the job, and it's hard to win despite that. Like there was times that he was letting KD and Kyrie do what they wanted to do instead of coaching the team and telling them what they should be doing.
Well, he lied on the application, man. They said, "You ever drove a forklift?" He said, "Yeah, man, I drove the stick shift." No, I
He was a
said a
DEI
forklift.
high. He was a DEI high.
He said,
Nah,
"You ever
him
drove
and
a
Sean
Ferrari?"
Marks.
He said, "Go
All you
kart
gotta do,
Ferrari, same shit."
all you gotta do is be Sean Marks' friend, man. You Sean Marks' friend. You cool with KD? Ah, yeah, fuck it, you coach.
Didn't he co-own a soccer team with Josiah?
Yeah. He making 8 million too.
Oh, KD.
No, I'm talking about
No.
Nash.
Uh,
Nash.
Nash probably. I just saw that KD owns some soccer team out here in New York, Gotham or some shit. Gotham Football Club. He's part owner of that shit out here. I just seen the commercial on YouTube for the stream.
Mm. Oh, all right, that's what's up. Yeah, but nah, yeah, right or wrong, Sean Marks. I think you did that with Jordy Fernandez. You obviously messed up with Kenny Atkinson. It got a sting for him seeing that, you know what I mean, tonight. Kenny Atkinson, he didn't leave and get worse. He left and went to the Warriors, got a championship, turned down the Charlotte Hornet job, and then took the Cleveland Cavalier job. So he did good business,
Hey, did you notice that when he mentioned in the pregame,
You
he
gotta
mentioned he
on it.
mentioned that he got fired. But the Nets, remember what they had said when it said through mutual agreement, we decided for him to move on. This is the first time he actually admitted, yeah, they fired me.
Right, right. I know in the huddle, Kenny Atkinson said, "I know we down by 12, but don't let me lose to these sons of bitches. Oh,
Exactly.
these niggas fired me. Please don't let me lose." He said, "We got you, Kenny." Nah, but yo, now he probably didn't say that, but I'm pretty sure
Nah,
he did
Nah,
he
he
want
had
them
did
to
to
not
say
want to
win.
lose
that's
this
what he
game.
said.
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. He said those guys are stand-up gentlemen, and I want to do nothing but compete with those guys, and I wish them well. That's what Kenny Atkinson said about the front office.
Uh, Kenny Anderson is the back right now. Like that. That's what Kenny Anderson is saying, man.
He said, "Do I gotta plant weed in D'Lo's bags again?"
So
Yeah, yo, but nah, yo, listen, man, I'm gonna call it a night. We 2 hours in. Hopefully, everybody subscribing, hitting the like button. Y'all can look for me on Gary's Nothing But Nets podcast around 3 o'clock tomorrow. But I'll be back, recapping the Rucking game. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to watch it, and at minimum, I'll pull up with some content about it, even if it's just the highlights, just so we could, keep a bird's eye view of what's going on with Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper.
Is he scheduled
Um
to play?
uh yeah, I seen it, but
Was he
I
in
went away.
last
Uh,
game?
who they play? The next game is versus
No,
St.
I'm saying
Peter's.
Bailey didn't play the last game.
Oh nah, he was out. He was out. Yeah, I don't know if he plays the next game, but we'll know tomorrow night for sure. Did we play St. Peter's? They whooped Wagner. They first game of the season, 75-52. Big game for Dylan Harper. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but we're gonna be here for it. I want to say thank you to the panel. Shout out to This Is JTV, LBL for life.
Thank
Shout out to Gary. Shout out to Jay for joining the panel. Don't be a stranger, man. You got good content.
you. Definitely.
Um,
No doubt.
Word, and Nets fans is the best fans. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all y'all other fans like Barry. He's a KD fan, and he's a cool fan, but he not the best fan. You know what I mean? Because he's not a Nets fan. You know what I mean? Shout out to no, but that's my guy, man. Shout out to Barry. Nets fans is the best fans. I appreciate all y'all for helping me build the podcast, and you know what I'm saying. I hope y'all enjoying the content. We're gonna be back soon with more content. Thanks and have a good night. Peace.
Good night, everyone.
safety.